Hello. And welcome. Welcome to one of the most cruel and unforgiving Minecraft worlds you might ever encounter. In this world, zombified men coalesce in hordes ready to destroy anything and everything you build. Not only that, but rampaging, wild, massive tornadoes, in addition to cruel and very powerful survivors, will be ready to take you down on a second's notice. It's going to be difficult, but I'm going to have to survive 100 days in this world, building traps and fighting the zombie hordes. I welcome you to 100 days in a simulated zombie world. We begin by, of course, being born, and then our troubles began. Huzzah, we're heading. And alone. So very alone. So there's a few things that make this world a little different to regular Minecraft. You may notice I have this buff here called Climate Clemency. What that means is I'm currently immune to temperature effects, but that won't be around forever. Funnily enough, wandering around in just dungarees with no shirt or anything is not going to protect me from the elements. The next relevant aspect of this world is that I'm going to need to collect rocks here. As in this world, I can't just wrap my knuckles against the hard bark of a tree in order to gain the materials I need. I'm gonna have to actually scavenge them off the ground in order to cut the tough trees down. Thirdly, of course, we have undead people wandering around, and they also are very interested in me, as you can see. Be gone, Marvin. He's quite close on my tail here. I may go find some rocks elsewhere. One thing I had gotten lucky with was my spawn. Although materials such as rocks and sticks weren't littering the ground particularly frequently, there's a lot of short ravines and rivers nearby. And zombies, while tenacious, aren't exactly applying for the Olympic swimming team. So by quickly hopping over the river, I can evade most of the zombonis. And nice as that may be, what am I supposed to do now? Well, I gathered this gravel for a simple reason. We need flint. With flint, we can actually craft some beginning tools. We'll get our sticks from arboreal material, but we need flint to be able to make flint shards. Have I just been scammed? What's going on here? There's no way I didn't get a single gravel and all that. I mean, a single, flint. I can't believe I just got scammed that badly. Each gravel I break has a 10% chance to drop flint. I don't know how many I broke, but come on, man. Anyway, we also need sticks, don't we? So I'll take a break from the flint depression and destroy some of these leaves. I can't believe this. I broke so many leaves and didn't get a single stick. What is going on? Am I cursed? Hello? Luckily for me, as I was breaking my gravel tower, I finally got 2 flint. What the hell? Okay, so we have flint, but no sticks. What do we do now? First of all, I'm going to crack this flint on some rock, and then we're going to have flint shards, which we can use if we get some sticks and plant fiber. Here we go. There we go. Okay, as you can see here, we have our flint shards. Now, we need some stickingtons. Well, there's a lot of trees around. I thought I could get sticks from these leaves, but I broke so many leaves before, I didn't get any. Maybe if we wander around, the solution will jump out at me. Oh, there's a subway tunnel. Impressive, but not what I'm looking for. I really not get sticks from leaves? Have I just been scammed? Luckily, after the 50 millionth break, I finally got some sticks. I can't tell if I just got unlucky or if I am cursed. But now we need plant fiber. Fiber, while good in a diet, also apparently makes tools. The problem is I can't remember how to make plant fiber. I think you can get it from these guys. Let's smack a few of these around. I think I'm wrong here. I'm not getting any plant fibingtons. Hello, pig. Yes. The pig people, help me. I can't remember what to do. What do I do? Oh yes. Oh, I remember. You need a knife. Yes. Ah, yes. It says here. See, look at all these knives that I don't have. But we can make a flint knife. Okay. Stick. Flintington. There we are. Oh, God. No. Oh, no, the sun's setting. Please, no. I haven't even figured out how to get starting tools. Hang on. Did that guy have a battle axe? Oh, my God. I'm running around here with a knife. And this man, Conan the Barbarian's chasing me. Hello, there's a chest over there. I'm gonna yoink this. I think Conan can't follow me in the water, so I think I'm pretty safe. What is this? Scrap stuff. Fine. Goodbye, Conan. I hope you're happy over there. Now, what am I going to do? I'm probably going to die if I stay out here. Firstly, apparently we can use sugarcane for our plant fiber. Here we are. Ooh, there's a building over there. That might be a good place to stay the night. Oh wait, no, what am I thinking? What if there's someone in there? I know! I'll live like a monkey! I'm going in the tree, and while I'm channeling my monkey ways, I will figure out how to do this. Okay, plant fiber into plant string, Shardington. Aha! Axe acquired. Okay, in the morning we can cut a tree. Finally. It only took a whole day. Brilliant. Of course, potential problem is I'm now trapped in a tree, and in the morning there will probably be a load of zombies below me. And I only have a tiny little knife and a hatchet to fight them off with. Hopefully it'll be sufficient. Not wanting to waste any time, I decided to use my life in the tree to my advantage and try and gather some more sticks. And although I managed to chop the head off this tree, it didn't give me any sticks. But I'm not too worried about that. We managed to survive the first day. Let's just worry about surviving the second. We'll get our wood tomorrow. Now, let's have a quick chat about why I have this enchanted golden apple in my inventory. Cutting a long story short, every zombie has the potential to infect me with a deadly virus. And if we get bitten, there's only one way to survive. This enchanted golden boy. If I get infected, I need to eat this to survive. I'll last 20 days before succumbing to the infection. And then after those 20 days, I'll die. Which is what succumbing to the infection means. Anyway, once we have some daylight in our retinas, we can worry about what to do next. For now, let's just sit tight and think about the implications of this bizarre image. Anyway, beginning day 2, as expected, there are some zombonis below me. Thankfully though, a little bit of luck, there seems to only be one. An accountant by the name of Gerald. Were he a student of a different major, I would feel bad about killing this man, but thankfully, BCom majors aren't people. Come here, your craniotomy is ready. Ah, good. The gene pool strengthened once more. Now, to quickly explain why I was collecting rocks the other day, we can combine them all like this to make some cobblestone. And with cobblestone, we should be able to make a pickaxe. And by the end of today, hopefully we'll be armed. First tree destroyed. And now we have a lot of wood and things to our name. I then decided to give some of the wood that I got from that tree a haircut. Why, you ask? Well, it's because I didn't understand what was going on. It was my understanding that I had to chop the wood with my axe in a certain way. Apparently not though, hence why I just gave that tree a shave. Instead, what we have to do is combine these two like this, and then we get our planks. Huzzah. Needlessly complicated. Next, I utilized my planks to make some doors. We're going to be doing some scuba diving. As it turns out, stone pickaxes do not exist, for some reason. Unlike the Borderlands movie, unfortunately. Anyway, what this means is we're probably going to have to skip over stone and go straight to iron. Hence why I've made the doors. But in order to get some iron, we of course need a pickaxe. Thankfully, we have enough flintingtons and everything else to make one of those. The pickaxe won't last very long, but it should be long enough for us to find our iron. Okay, well, time to get moistened. Deep breath. There we go. Using my dive mining strategy, here we are. Beautiful. I by chance had happened to find my iron right on the edge of a giant open cavern. Finding diamonds and such should be quite easy in there, but as you heard, also undead. Going in there right now would be certain Sudoku, so we're not going to do that just yet. We may return here later. Once I had a few iron pieces, I made myself a furnace, and then realized I don't have any fuel. So I used some of my precious wood to make some slabs, and use that instead. You may notice that as I am using my hatchet here to carve wood, I'm losing a lot of durability quite quickly, and so it's a plan of mine to soon make a saw and allow the blisters on my hands to heal. Anyway, we now have an iron pickaxe. Good stuff. This flint boy will soon be gone forever. Naturally, after the findment of a couple of other iron pieces, we now have an iron axe as well. Goodbye, flint axe. I always hated you. And naturally, we also need to make the bringer of life itself, the shield. I don't want any Conan the Barbarians coming at me, and I don't have one of these ready to go. Also, if we want to live, I'm definitely going to need an iron chestington. There we are. Now, of course, trousers, while confining in real life, might actually be handy here in the zombie apocalypse, so I'm going to make some of these. And we'll put those on over my jeans. Right, I'm going to grab some of the sugar cane, as it has sugar inside of it, but no cane. Next, we need to find food. I'm getting very hungry. Where are those pigs we saw the other day? They have food in them. Hello, Squire. Thank you. Thank you. Now, one thing I was definitely aware of was the fact that I haven't seen many zombies yet. and things are unlikely to stay that way. So what I want to do is chop down as many trees as possible while things are relatively calm, and end up with enough resources to build a wall, within which we will of course build a house. But first things first, we need some food. I'm gonna cook up the steak I found. Speaking of Senior Zombington, here he is now. A challenger approaches. I need to be careful, I'm gonna get bitten. One of the other reasons I want to start building a base as soon as possible is zombie hordes are a thing, and definitely something I should be thinking about. Okay, so to review, it's currently day 2. We've got some food smoked, we've got some armor, we've got some iron tools. Let's figure out where we are. Though I don't really mean that geographically, what I mean is let's look inside this building here, whatever it is. It appears to be a petrol station, with coal in the ground. I can't believe they never noticed this. Hello? I'll take 2 bags of chips and, where'd that growling come from? I can't see him. Alright, I think there's gotta be one in here somewhere. But not here. Where is he? Ooh. Bones. Love a good boning. A casual stash of gunpowder in this chest. And a saddle. Well, process of elimination dictates that our zombie friend will be in here. Hello? Nope. What do we have here? More bonings? Good. Coal? It's a coal station. I am confused. Where's the zombie we heard shouting? Is he in here? Oh. The hell was that? Was that me? Okay, well, it's getting dark. I think what we'll do... Oh. Oh, thank God. Get down from there. I think we're going to block up all these holes, is what we're going to do. I don't like the signs. I feel like they're going to walk through them. There we go, you shouldn't be able to get through there. Trap door. Something down there. Nope, can't get through there. And of course, we're not going to let them get through the doors. It would be nice to have some light, but apparently we can't make torches that are going to emit light. Yes, that'd be too fun! Oh wait, you can make torches that emit light, but you need glowstone. Okay, well, that's not happening. If we want to light a regular torch, we need a matchbox. And I can't make one of those, I don't think. Oh well, people have always said I look most attractive in the dark, so I guess that's where we're gonna stay. Almost forgot about you, Mr. Hidden Door. Right, and now we just wait, axed poised at the ready, just in case any undead fellow comes in. Yeah, I can hear them. I hear them walking around out there. Blimey. The man needs a lozenge? Okay. There's quite a few of them now. This is not good. I think as long as I stay, I should be fine though. While the zombies were stuck outside making a lot of noise, I decided to have a quick shop through the old browse system up here and look at what kind of weapons we can make. We have things like rapiers, which will decrease the amount of damage I take. That'd be nice. And then we also have battle axes, great swords, all kinds of stuff really. However, the thing that I find the most attractive is this guy here, the mace. Purely due to its feature of doing additional damage to undead opponents. Sadly though, I would need more iron before I do that. More iron than is currently in my pockets. And though it would appear that the sun is rising, the zombies have not wandered off. So we're gonna have to deal with them with the trusty axe that we made a while ago. Thankfully, they don't seem terribly intelligent. You can swing at them as they pass the windows. Oh! When did you open the door? Hello? This petrol station is closed, sirs. You'll have to come again on a Monday. Breaking Midas. There we are. Oh. Okay, well, it seems quiet. I sure hope there's not one waiting in the wings somewhere. I think what we might do is just break it and run. Yep, come on. Okay, we're safe. We did it! We lived another day. A new record. Not wanting to waste any time, I immediately started assaulting this tree. We need as much wood as possible before tomorrow. I did also find these acorns, which I can apparently plant and grow new trees. There we go. See? It's my belief, though, that these trees, the dark oak trees, take a long time to grow. And even with the use of our bone meal, we might not be able to grow a full one. So we'll just leave those saplings growing back there, maybe find them again later. Soon, though, I found myself in a bit of trouble. Straying a little further out from where I started, it would seem that there are more zombies around. And though I managed to dispatch of him, his friend with the compensating sword was soon after me. And I really don't want this man to smack me. I feel like he'll kill me. So I'm going to back up into the water here. Hopefully he will trap himself, and we can deal with him easily. There we go, he's in the water. Now we'll let... Oh, no, he got back out. Sir, follow the rules. Okay, he's back down. And I think he's trapped. Good. So I just bob here and whack. Beautiful. Thank you, Squire. Your sacrifice will go into my experience bar. While not originally part of my survivalist plan, finding all the bones in that petrol station last night, and also the encountering of a few doggies nearby, it may in fact be beneficial to our survival to briefly become a fairy. Anyway, so I tamed a number of dogs, 3 or 4 I think, named Billy, Bobby, Bimbo, and Jimbo. And with their help, I think we should be okay. Allow me to demonstrate furry attack strategy number 1. What I do is I lure the man back here, whack him once, and then Billy, Bobby, Bimbo, and Jimbo will tear him to shreds. Similar to me attacking a jar of olives at 3 in the morning. Plus the only risky part is getting the initial hit in. There we are. Get him, lads! Pull his pants down. Yeah, we got him. This is an effective strategy. I'm happy with this. A little optimism, perhaps, from me. What a strange day. And so ended day 3. I had to fight off a few more zombies in the middle of a birch forest, but thanks to my fairy friends, this wasn't too much trouble. Tomorrow, we will get started on our building, but first things first, I'm going to build a tower here and safely contain myself within the canopy, much as I did the other day. Monkey strat for the win. I'll be damned if I'm sitting down there on the ground getting eaten by zombies. Righto, it's morning. Let's get out of this tree. Hello, Doggingtons. How are we? Yes, let's go find some dog food. Look at me. I've lived to day 4. All of you doubted me. Literally all of you. And yet here I am. Here I am, a testament to the tenacity of the stupid. Is it just me, or is this zombie wearing a wig? Alright, let's get him. Get him, lads! Get him! Tear him to shreds! I'm gonna need to be careful. What is going on? Someone is playing music. What? Oh my god! It's a man with a bagpipe! There's no doubt about it. This is hell. Flesh-eating zombies everywhere around, and the only existing instrument, the bagpipe. Truly, Satan was flexing his creative muscles when he made this world. Anyways, you may notice I'm now building a shelter. I'm about done with living in trees, if I'm honest. I've picked a random island in the middle of the woods, and this is where we're gonna live. And the rent will be reasonable. For me, as the landlord, of course. And so I spent a good portion of the day simply slamming blocks down in a fairly random manner, and chopping the odd tree down when I ran out. But as I alluded to recently, we can't really be using a hatchet to chop the logs anymore, so we're getting some iron and we're going to make a saw. This can be used to chop trees, but I wouldn't really do so. It won't last very long if you try to do that. The main thing is, it doesn't use as much durability when I chop planks like this. Handy dandy! Looks like we've almost finished here. Just a few more. If these dogs would stop getting in the way. Oh my god! Bimbo, you're a whore. Stop it. These animals, they're gonna give me an aneurysm. But regardless of my rapidly decaying mental state, we now have some walls, and of course, a nice bed to sleep in. And so begins day 5, as I am once again proving the haters wrong by setting a new record for my survival. And so, what are we gonna do today? First of all, we're going to clear this land. It's really annoying having the floor be so uneven. As I had one of the darkwood acorns on me, I decided to plant that in the middle of the base. I figure if it does decide to grow, maybe it would replenish some of my wood. Not bloody likely, mind you. I'm fairly sure that those trees take, like, years to grow. Anyway, let's quickly circle back to what we were talking about the other day regarding weaponry. Initially, I was thinking of making a mace, if you remember, but I think I might instead make one of these spears. These things are basically a pointed stick that has double the attack range of everything else. Pointed stick, big good. Now, in my opinion, my biggest weakness right now is how close I need to get in order to sick the dogs on the zombies. So we're going to need to solve that problem if we don't want to get eaten, and I'm also going to make some of this barbed wire. All I need to make wire is 3 iron ingots right next to each other. That sounds pretty cheap to me. For now, though, I would like to slowly replace these wooden planks around me with, like a fence wall or something. Come here, you delicious fences. Made of dark chocolate, of course. Choppy choppy! I suppose an additional benefit is that we can kind of see outside now. No longer will I hear the ravenous noises of zombies and not be able to look them in the eye and say, how you doing? Rather annoyingly, though, the fences also let the sunlight in. Ugh. I swear to God, these dogs. Don't look at me like that, I will drown you. Well, there we are, it's been a few hours and I've put some fences in the walls. It's looking a bit better, but now I think we try and track down that barbed wire and make ourselves a spear as well. So, let's go swimming. Rather predictably, of course, I managed to find more iron and more coal while underwater. Rather unpredictably, though, something else happened. I hadn't really gone diving with so many dogs following me many times, and so I'm not really sure how exactly that works. None of them seemed to be underwater with me, and when I returned to the surface, they were all just following me like normal, although most of them were a bit smelly, and also shaking off water from their fur, implying that they had actually been underwater, although I hadn't seen them. This is very strange, and I didn't think much of it at the time. I was more concerned with the fact that they kept getting in the way of my building, and if they keep it up, how exactly I'm going to deep fry them. But anyway, this is a mystery that will be solved in a few days, with unfortunately catastrophic consequences. Anyway, I then used the iron I just found to make myself my pole and my pointed stick. Then I went for a wee wander outside the safety walls in order to gather some wood, and took my new spear for a test drive. Aha! Get him! Oh yes, this pointed stick with its increased range is beautiful. Now I don't have to let them chew on my fingernails before the boys will attack them. I think what we do next to the base is we just make more fences. I want a large fence wall around the outside, and then we'll think about what to do next. I'm also going to make myself a water canteen because I'm getting a little thirsty. Oh yeah, water. Oh, it would appear I've been poisoned. Okay, we're gonna need to figure out how to purify this somehow. Aha! It would appear that we can make one of these, a water purifier, using sand and charcoal. That's actually quite accurate to real life. Very nice. But let's keep going with the fences. Calm down. They're just dogs. They're just animated Minecraft dogs. Anyway, I made myself a water purifier, so now our thirst problems are cured. Once I figure out how to use this. Why is this not working? Cure my thirst, damn it. Fill the... Hang on, does it only work if the canteen's full? Game theory in progress. Let's fill up my water bottle. Ah! I'm a scientist, yes! We have discovered fresh water. Good-o. Anyway, I realized while doing the water thing that I have a lot of eggs in my storage. So I'm making a little fence here so we can factory farm some poultry. Cage acquired, now we just have to get lucky with the Eggingtons, which I've not got on my inventory. My god, did I not foresee this coming? Here we are, plink plink. Ah, yes, excellent. Soon you will grow, and then you will be food. I then spend the rest of the evening simply putting in more fences to my walls. Alright, bedtime. Oh my god, can't I get a moment's peace, you We're now 1 week in, and today I noticed something. That is, I noticed it after I'd done some choppity-chop on nearby trees and killed a local Melvin who was straying a bit close to my house. The surprise in question was in my base, staring me in the face. A rather strange place to find such a... Grace? Okay, I've lost. The thing I noticed was this sign here. It said, I know where you live. So it would seem I am not the only survivor in this zombie world. There's at least one other person alive, and apparently they know where I live. So naturally, it's up to me to respond. No, you don't. There we go. That should scare off any raiders. All jokes aside, though, that is a little worrying that there are people living nearby. I decided it might be a good idea if I were to go get some more resources. I need more iron to finish off my iron armor. I'm still lacking booties and a helmet. It would also be very nice to have some diamonds to my name. However, it would be incredibly dangerous to try and seek that out. Though I do have a suspicion I know where I might find some. But ever moving forward, it's day 8, and we're going to get ourselves some more iron. We're going back underwater. It shouldn't take very long. And while inside, I noticed some of the dogs had managed to follow me down. Oh, the dogs are here. Okay. I didn't think much about the fact that the dogs had followed me down, if I'm honest. I just kept mining. I even ended up stumbling into yet another underground cave. This one also filled with zombies. Honestly, I feel like I've seen more zombies underground than I have above ground. They're like mushrooms. Incidentally, this is also the way that I think I'll be able to get diamonds. There seem to be some massive open caverns nearby. Once I returned from my aquatic journey, I noticed something different. The relentless barking had stopped, and I didn't yet realize exactly why. Though later on, I did. It occurred to me that perhaps the reason the dogs had disappeared was because they had managed to follow me all the way down into that little tunnel. So I, of course, headed back down there, only to find that they were still gone. I continued searching around underwater in the hopes that I might find my friends. Well, actually, I suppose I used the term friend loosely there. I was certainly at my wit's end while I was building. Maybe acquaintance is more appropriate than friend. But the true nature of our relationship is kind of irrelevant. No one can deny that the furry body pile strat was working wonderfully when dealing with zombies. After returning to the surface, I figured the next thing to try to see if I could get my mates back was to simply wander around and hope they would reappear. Sadly though, as I awoke the next morning, the Doggingtons were still MIA. I think they may have all drowned themselves, rather than live with me. Whether or not it was due to the fact that I don't shower, or possibly even because I haven't fed them at all in the 6 days I've had them, but regardless, the dogs are now gone. So we may have to adopt some new strategies. Also, in case you haven't noticed, I appear to be building some kind of patio around the tree. I don't know where I'm going with this yet, but somewhere. Also, for some reason, the chickens have duplicated. Mitosis is a powerful mechanism. Now, the following day, after completing some construction work, I noticed that these leaves are all blowing in a specific direction, which is something I hadn't seen before. Now, I'm no meteorologist, but I have a sneaking suspicion that something is happening. But more importantly, while noodling around, I noticed I can create a triangle, God's favorite instrument. And it would seem that I can play many different tunes. Moving on. The chickens have subdivided again, but more importantly, I'm going to need to move them, because I want to keep putting stone down here, and I don't want to entomb them. So we'll move these fences over to the corner. I think that'll be a fairly safe spot. Also ignore this blood splatter on the ground here. Some idiot fell off the wall while he was building them. Get in here, simpletons. No. Don't wander away. Okay, we've got 2. That's all I need. Come on, get in. Don't, okay, I'm gonna have a hernia. 1 is fine so long as I get a chicken from these eggs. Life is pain. Don't do it, sir. Don't jump off the wall. Oh, ha ha! Alright, that's my new favorite guy. I've started putting these walls around the, platform. I think it looks nicer. Also, I think it's a good idea that we take care of the stragglers, lest they escape and get back to the SPCA. Anyway, at the end of a day of building and moving chickens around, I took a nice cool drink and decided that either tomorrow or the next day we'll go do something dangerous. We have been living quite safely these past 11 days now, but considering the weather appears to be going mental, I'm feeling the venereal itch for adventure. And so one day more of building progress later, I decided to go down into the death caverns. Also, I still don't really know where I'm going with this build yet, but it's getting there. Now, although going into the death caverns is going to be extremely dangerous, I do have a feeling that it may be possible for us to survive. All we need is some diamonds and more iron. And we desperately need the iron. I'm at the point where I really want to put barbed wire on the base, but I simply can't afford it. And so here's my plan for remaining alive. We break this door and then take the lazy river slowly downwards, making sure to stay away from these flesh-eating men. Okay. Ah! I'm apparently alive. What just happened? But I'm not exactly in a good spot. It appeared to be bleeding profusely. What do I do? Oh dear. Okay, thankfully I can hit them with my spear. Though it won't last forever, I am going to have to be... I'm gonna have to think of something to do. So that probably had to be a new record for how quickly a caving trip went horribly wrong. I somehow managed to not get insta-killed by that group of zombies, but I did, of course, manage to get completely infected and also suffer some kind of fragile debuff, which I don't know what is. But the point being, we're now in a very tricky situation. We can't run because there's not really anywhere to run to, and the zombies are seemingly coming at me in endless hordes. Who's playing Moonlight Sonata over there? Are you playing Moonlight Sonata on the bassoon? That's not how it's meant to be played. It's strictly a piano movement. Okay, so slight development. The zombies drop weapons, so that's good. But, of course, I am infected. And sadly, I only have 30 days left to live, unless I eat my cure. Which I did bring with me, but hopefully I won't have to use it. And so, in summary, we've ended up in a little bit of a predicament. Naturally, the most logical thing to do in order to maintain my status as a member of the living is to leave the cave as soon as possible and go back to my nice, safe life as a base builder. But that would be cowardly, and we would be sacrificing everything we came down here to get. No, in actual fact, we have been given an opportunity. By getting infected, we now have 30 days of infection immunity. I just have to make sure to remember to eat my cure at the end of the 30-day period. Noticing a slight lull in the oncoming horde of zombies, I decided to do a quick test and see if I might be able to move without getting hit by anyone. There were zombies around, but they all seemed to be stuck behind things, so I decided to move a few feet and then build another safety tower. At which point, the zombies managed to free themselves and swarm me once again. But we just learned something incredibly useful. What we've learned is that the terrain we've gotten stuck in here can actually be used to our advantage. If we can discover ourselves a little window where the majority of the zombies coming at us are stuck, we could probably provide ourselves some clearance and head off to a safer location. The only thing I needed to decide was where to go. My synapses infrequently firing gave me the idea to head over to that wall over there. One of the problems I have right now is I have a very low amount of blocks. If I get to a wall, I can gather as many as I need, as well as also being able to get the iron that we initially came down here for. The last sword I found is entirely shattered at this point, and my spear isn't looking too good either, so I need to make a decision soon. At this point, I'd been stewing in my own mental juices for about a day, just deciding on what exactly I should do. But with my spear about to break, I decided the time is now. I decided once the chaps directly below me were gone, I was going to jump down and make a quick dash for the wall. Here we go. Think we're good? We did it! We're alive! Now at the wall, I was able to finally collect some of the iron I desperately wanted, as well as take a much-needed breath and allow my synapses to rest so I could think of what to do next. First order of business, I need to smelt some iron and make myself a spare pickaxe. Next, we're going to grab ourselves as many blocks as possible, while also utilizing the wall here to move around and get myself additional iron. Once that's done, I am going to build a bridge all the way over there. The reason being, these carnivorous chaps below me are going to attempt to follow me wherever I go. And getting down to the depths where I might find diamond will be tricky with a million Melvins on my tail. So I kept gathering the necessary blocks and then started bridging. This time being a slight amount more careful to not fall off into the waiting mouths of our friends. Once I'd achieved the necessary distance from the wall, I was able to look over the edge, and aside from a small amount of lapel de vide, I was very happy to learn that this is a very deep cave, and hopefully we'll be able to find some diamonds here. In fact, would you look at that? Look at that little guy down there. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get that boy. So, Steve, how are we getting down there? Well, of course, we're using the moisture device. Will there be zombies? Yes, certainly. However, there are so many zombies up here that down there should be relatively vacant, at least for a small while. So here we go, elevating downwards. See ya, fellas. Okay. Oh no, they're already down here. Oh dear. This could be bad. Okay. Oh no. Hey there, Tony. How you doing? There's a lot of water down here, and that is helping me out drastically. Ooh. Tower, damn you. Haha. Outplay it, Tony. These diamonds are mine. Well, nothing went to plan, but you can't argue with results. I now have 2 diamonds to my name. Hopefully more if the vein is larger than 2. Okay, that's the first one. No! Oh, I'm mad. Okay, the zombies have that one. Quickly now. Let's not let Tony bite my ankles. 2 more over here. That's our diamond pickaxe sorted. Thankfully, no opportunity to lose these 2. Oh. And it would appear I've lost Tony somehow. Good. And there's another one up there. Let's build a tower. We have plenty of blocks. Thank you, Susan. I dropped it again. Oh dear. What's going on here? Stop that. And lads, I really need that diamond at your feet. Could you pass it up to me? Get it in my pockets. Okay, a few more diamonds and we're out of here. I saw an open room nearby, so I started hopping over like some kind of cracked out frog, but unfortunately upon getting there, I realized there was no exposed diamonds. The minimum number of diamonds I wanted was 5, 3 for a pickaxe and 2 for a enchanted table. Although, I thought to myself, if I can get 12, I can also have a diamond chestplate, which could potentially be very handy for the coming days, especially if there are other players on the server, and I don't yet know if they're friendly. Anyway, to review, we now have 5 diamonds and a few pieces of iron, but we need a lot more, don't we? Sadly, though, our friends are not going to make this easy. Zombies, man. Not an easy life. Thankfully, though, their intelligence leaves much to be desired. We can simply stab this lot, and then once we have a window, we'll do a cheeky run around like we did last time. Once our friends had gone to live on a farm, I then decided to run away, but quickly doubled back round as I had a new idea. The idea being, of course, to gather up some obsidian, as we're going to need this for our enchanting table of goodness. Not going to lie to you, it's a little terrifying just staring down at this obsidian and not being able to see left or right. But we did just take care of a group. Hopefully we'll get lucky and no one comes in. I managed to finish up with my obsidian, and out of pure luck happened to notice that there was, in fact, 1 exposed diamond in this room. It was just only visible from a specific angle. And as it turned out, this exposed diamond led to 2 additional ones. And now that I have 7 diamonds in my pockets, I started heading up a nearby water elevator all the way into an underwater cavern. I was now basically making my way back out of this cave. I'd managed to ascend about 100 blocks or so, but every step seemed to be followed by a dozen steps belonging to the zombies. You probably have a good idea why I'm fighting this lot. There's a juicy iron vein right there. While we did have the minimum number of diamonds I wanted, I did of course also take the time to grab as much iron as I could on my way out. While evading some undead, I thought I might jump into this large pool here, as we can probably safely gather up some more materials without the need to constantly be looking over my shoulder. And as it turned out, what appeared to be just a small pool in the middle of an underground car park turned out to be an incredibly large underwater ravine, within which we managed to find many additional diamonds. And just as I was about to leave, I found this, a bizarre underwater cube. But this is not a natural deposit. Inside the cube was a lot of money, which has no tangible use in an apocalyptic world. But hey, I decided to bring some of it with me anyway. Maybe it's chocolate money. Funnily enough, though, what's actually most valuable is not what's within the container, but the container itself, which is made out of some kind of iron, which I could probably use as a building material. Later, once I'd left the underwater cavern, I ran into this lad, who appears to be coked out of his mind. But the only thing that really matters is that he was trying to kill me. If I hadn't built this tower right now, I 100% would have died. These men are incredibly dangerous. They're known as survivors, and they're one of the few human-like enemies in this world. They're deadly, they're quick, and they have a lot of health. Just to emphasize the fact that I definitely would have died, my sword shattered while I was trying to take him out atop my vantage point, and it was only due to some well-placed critical hits that I was able to take him out without my spear doing the same. However, he did drop 2 diamonds, leaving us with a grand total of 16! That's a diamond chestplate, some panties, and of course, our tableau d'enchantment. The final thing that happened before I returned to the surface is I managed to dig my way into an amethyst geode. Sadly though, unlike the last mod pack I played, these amethyst shards are entirely useless. But I gathered some anyway, just in case I was wrong. And finally, I emerged from underground into the fresh open air during the nighttime of day 14. Naturally, of course, after all that excitement, I decided to have some rest. Waking up bright and early to a fresh new day. And in summary, we'd managed to grab 16 diamonds and 2 stacks of iron, of which 1 was currently cooking in the furnace. And I suppose it's also notable to mention that we had also gained a venereal disease. But it's my opinion that the value outweighs the cost. But let's not talk about that. After stashing away my valuables in some of my chests and cooking up some of my iron, I then had to get off the server. Unfortunately, real life exists as well, and by the time I got back online, something had changed. No, no. What happened? Why? Why is my whole base destroyed? It wasn't even built. Nice loot. Thank you for the gift, Shadow. Wow. What a guy. So just to clarify, I woke up on the evening of day 16, only to find that my base looks like a bomb hit it. And a cheeky little note from a man called Shadow saying he's grateful I left all of my loot in one of my chests. And of course, also the Melvins are able to get back in again. I'm just lucky I had so many blocks left over from mining, I'm able to largely fix all of the wall holes. You know, I really hadn't thought that the zombie apocalypse is going to be a time where I'm wishing to see less of people. But here we are. Luckily though, in my endless wisdom, I hadn't stored my diamonds in the chest before logging off. And as such, I was able to build this diamond spear, with which I am able to fight for my life in this knee-high water. It was going pretty well at first, but then I started taking inexplicable damage from an unknown direction. So I deduced that probably there's some kind of thing going on, and an invisible zombie might be hitting me. Visibility is the minimum I ask of you as enemies, zombies. Due to the presence of invisible zombies, and now also a bard, apparently, you can't play a keyboard without it being plugged into the power. It doesn't make sense. I elected it probably wise to move away from this group. If I can lure them away from my base, then I can simply hook around and finish off repairing the walls. Also, I noticed that there was a lit jack-o'-lantern in the distance, and that wasn't there before. And so, my deduction skills firing once more, I figured it's probably due to those people who have ransacked my house. I decided not to return home that evening, as invisible zombies have no counterplay. I also knew I was going to need blocks for when I did return home, so I started chopping these trees, and my infection also ascended to the next level. What? Oh. I then made my way home and found that although the zombies were gone, my depression still remained. Well, I say the zombies were gone, there was one lad still kicking around. I then had a look in this chest to survey the damage, and it would appear that I am missing an entire stack of iron. I could have sworn I had 2 stacks. Now I have 1. My beautiful home. Ruined. The second you start enjoying things, some bastard comes takes it away. Give me all white blocks. Fill these holes. Holes left by the inconsiderate peasantry. More blocks. I still needed more blocks to repair the walls, so I quickly popped out and chopped down a few big boys. But just as I was about to return home, I received some insider information that the bandits may soon be returning to my home. And considering what they did last time, I don't expect they're coming over with a cup of tea. I decided what I would like to do is ambush them as they came back. Sadly though, it was about that time I was ambushed by a survivor and a bunch of zombies while I was still a couple of hundred blocks away from my house. And the sad thing about adopting the safety pillar strategy is that it does kind of lock you in until all your enemies are dealt with. And erecting one in the middle of the night basically means you're locked in until the sun rises. But in the morning, with my foes defeated, I was able to escape and head back to my house. I did manage to get a little lost though, and managed to come across this truck which had logs on it. And remember, I need logs, so hello. Once I'd finally managed to return home, it would seem that it's already occupied. 3 insurgents. Obviously, I'm not in a good position here to reclaim my home, but if they leave, I might in fact manage to be able to sneak in and launch a surprise attack. So sneaking around sneakily, I jumped in a boat and headed round to the opposite side of the base. Once there, I gave it a quick eyeball and it does in fact seem that they've retreated. Sadly with my last stack of iron, so a stabbing is definitely due. Oh yeah, they also stole my obsidian, the scum. That means I can't even make my enchanting table. As night fell, I decided to take up the most valuable possessions in the chest into my pockets, just in case they came back for a third pilfering. I was trying to think why they might have retreated, and I think the most likely answer is it was getting dark before, and they retreated somewhere safer for the nighttime. Now that it's day again, they're likely to return, and we need to be ready for them. I thought about maybe building up my structure to be more defensive, but then thought I may lose any element of surprise if I'm just sitting in the nice open casket at the top. Also turns out that they didn't return that day, but instead returned on day 20. So then I dug a little hole and thought maybe I'd do some kind of jack-in-the-box attack for them. But upon looking at myself, I quickly determined this would probably not work. My god, my skin is terrible. And then I came up with my penultimate plan. I was going to entomb myself in this little structure. We break this block here, and then use the trap Dorrington, like so. Hang on. There we are. Now we can climb inside, shut the door, and attack whoever turns up.
What the hell?
What's happening?
Get out of here! Whoa, it's Steve!
Get him!
Don't get me! Stop! Stop!
That's so funny.
What is Steve doing here?
Oh no! I'm not.
Steve, enough! Stop!
I was the only one happy with Steve.
Steve!
Oh, God! Back again to pilfer more items, are we, scum? Well, I am ready to throw hands. Unless you're ready to give me my stuff back, please.
How long have you been living here?
Long enough, little man. Long enough.
Do you know what doors are?
Silence your flapping gums, Kim.
Goodness.
Okay, so who's gonna return my 2 stacks of iron and my obsidian, please?
Steve!
Sean! Have you heard that someone's been ruthlessly pilfering my items in the middle of the night? And it's probably been Kim.
I took 2 iron, honestly. Yeah.
Hand me the 2 iron then, Kim.
This is all I have left.
What the hell is this?
Steve, all the iron and the 4 obsidian and the bottom right.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so to explain, for those of you who might not know what's going on, the bandits who have been stealing my precious items turn out to be some of my friends. And I use that term extremely loosely. Their names are, in order of trustworthiness, Kim, Shadow, Sean, and Robert. Robert apparently stole my iron and stuff, and yet I would still say he's the most trustworthy of the whole group, which speaks leagues, I suppose. But I still think as recompense for this crime, one of you has to die. And it has to be Kim.
What? What have I done?
Stand still, Kim.
Wait.
No! What? Are you kidding me? I didn't try to kill you, Kim. I just stabbed you with my spear.
Steve, I took the items because I thought it was Shadow, and Shadow wouldn't fess up to this being his base. So if it was no one's base, then who cares if we take the items, you know?
Yeah, it's a likely story, but The reality is Kim took the items because he is scum.
Here,
What?
you sneeze.
Oh my god. Sharpness 3. Ooh. This'll come in very handy for me killing Kim right now. Kim,
Why
where are
are
you?
people always trying to kill me?
Kim, get over here.
Okay, listen. We just went through this once. We were already almost at a near war. This is not a scenario. This is a collaborative 100 days. The zombies are about to get so absurd. Kim, you're gonna kill Sneeze.
Oh my god.
The zombies are about to get absurdly strong, and there's no way we're gonna survive alone.
Steve, I'm so glad to see you, man.
I
You have
think-
no idea.
I can't help but think that collaborative 100 days, he says, as Kim wraps me in barbed wire and rolls me down a hill.
Don't do 4 hearts because of you. Yeah, you did so much damage. I don't have pants or anything.
You don't have pants? You can't be walking around. Okay, Kim, you come up to my base. I've seen no one for 30 days, and then you come here, steal all my crap, and take your pants off. What am I supposed to think?
You were just playing a regular old Minecraft world, and out of nowhere, here we are.
And it's getting late. I'm hungry.
Hint, hint, in someone's base, and getting a little hungry. Oh my god, these holes!
Who did that?
Dynamite holes. Where is he? Where's that scumbag? There he is.
I
You
did
said
nothing.
you're hungry, Kim? Here you go. Help yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Nothing if not a good host, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. A good host normally doesn't stab.
Well,
That was
a
weird to
good
see you.
guest usually doesn't take his pants off and steal all my iron. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so confused. Steve, you don't understand. The first time I met Robert, Shadow, and
I
Sean,
understand.
they were all trying to kill me, and now I meet you. You're trying to kill me, and now.
Yeah, there's almost some kind of consistency there, Kim, isn't there?
I got you a gift.
Oh my god, a
Do you
gift.
have or anything?
See, Robert showers me with
Here.
gifts. Kim showers me with anxiety.
I only got threats. That's all I got.
You got that.
Oh yeah, that's a juicy. Yes, thank you, Squire. That is very kind of you. Thank you, Rob, man. 10.5 attack damage on the old Warhammer there. That's pretty good. I might have my spear for a bit though. Just to kill Kim. No. Kim. Also, Kim, you're looking very surprised to see me.
Is that Kim's house?
All right, everyone in.
That Sean, you have no idea how insane this is. You're just doing it. Man.
This is how we're gonna survive the other 100 days, lads.
Oh no!
What happened there? Did someone throw...
He threw dynamite in the hole.
Someone dropped dynamite out of their pockets when they walked in.
You don't see it, but I'm shaking my head in real life.
So Shadow wasn't crazy this whole time.
No.
And it's not Kim that built the base, it's Sneeve.
Hold on.
Kim
Yeah, I've had to
couldn't
keep the
build a
secret the
base
whole
this
time.
beautiful.
Sorry about your base, Sneeve. A
Yeah.
tornado actually came through
Yeah,
and
it did
destroyed
come
everything.
through.
Like, actually.
We were here and we were like figuring out whose base it was, and then a tornado hit.
Ah,
See where it
horde.
came from. From that direction, you can see all the...
I'm actually inclined to believe you there because the destruction was rather random. Although then again, meeting you all today, someone did throw a bunch of TNT at me for no reason.
Oh, after I
Wait,
got
Steve, come here.
stabbed a million times, almost
Sneeve,
dead.
I stabbed you a total of 7 times, Kim. That's a lot less than a million.
Sneeve, come out here. I'm gonna show you this. But just so you know, we're not lying where the tornado came through.
Are you luring me to the wilderness, Robert?
No, just look at all the mess of blocks the tornado.
Yeah. No, I believe you. I believe you, Rob. The
top of
amount of
trees over
destruction
there.
is quite random.
I can't believe you've been building a base over here.
I've been trying. There have been a
he is.
couple of hiccups, I will say. And there's Shadow's just standing there menacingly with a fire axe.
Rolling up, I was like, what? There's 4
We're all together.
Yeah, we're all together. All of
Gang
us
is all here.
except Kim, who
Are
I'm now
you
going to
out?
beat to death with the shovel. No, it's just Kim, don't throw that dynamite! We wasted all of Kim's dynamite in the first day of seeing him. Wonderful.
Robert,
Hey?
I think you owe someone an apology, maybe?
Yes, apologize
me
to
too.
Kim, Robert.
Why do you think lying is a good idea?
What?
This is this politics I've
What
stumbled
lies?
into.
What lies did I tell?
You put that sign there, lied that you didn't. That started all of this.
Yeah, 'cause I thought if I said I did that, I was getting murdered. Because you guys were threatening. The second I saw you, you guys were threatening me.
Don't you dare
force.
threaten
whatever. Okay,
my
I'm sorry
Kim
for accusing
man.
everyone.
No
It's-
one's going to be
what
threatening
really matters
Kim
right now,
other than
that's-
me. Also,
can't
Kim,
wait
put
that
some,
together.
put some
Scenario.
goddamn pants on, alright? Kim, I'm making you, I'm making you some pants right the foot now.
I'm gonna-
That is the kindest anyone has done to me.
Okay, I just got a horde.
I'm gonna
Kim,
lie, I started
put those
building a
pants
base in
on.
that place.
Oh,
Did you?
thank you.
I don't feel safe in
didn't-
Sneeb's base right now. It seems like a
didn't
mess.
trust-
I would say my base is relatively safe.
They're in.
Oh, the damn bagpipes man is back.
Oh shoot, that didn't...
Did you just blow a hole in the base even more? Oh my.
For everything.
Steve, you're shooting them towards me.
Don't worry about it. These are just neighbors of mine.
This is getting out of hand.
No, these are just regular people. These are just the disenfranchised.
I'm gonna go back to the
Sanctuary?
Yeah, I think it's about time.
This was my sanctuary, and now there's undead men mopping up the floor.
Inside.
Sean, for the love of God! Yeah, you're really dealing with the situation, Ed. All right, lads, well, it was good seeing you. Do pop by again soon. Now, having watched a bunch of my friends simply ruin my life and then run off, I was certainly in the mind that maybe I shouldn't stay here anymore and should follow them back to their base. Kind of shit in this world. I didn't really have any malicious intent, I will say. Sean had said that this was meant to be a collaborative affair, and although their collaborative efforts thus far had left much to be desired, it is probably a good idea that the rest of us stick together if the zombies do indeed intend on getting much harder to deal with. Unfortunately for me, though, I think I left chasing them down a little too late, as I had completely lost them by the time I escaped from the woods. Well, it was about that time that a tornado rolled past me, and seeing zombies fly by, I decided to entomb myself in a little safety thing. I also happened to be freezing to death, so I made myself a little furnace and used some wood in my inventory to light it, so I would have some warmth during the night while I waited for the world to stop ending outside. It took a while, but eventually my temperature calmed down. My God, I was nearly up there. In the morning, the wind started to finally die down, which was just as well as I was running out of wood planks to feed to my furnace. But now I had to complete the much more difficult task of tracking 3 men and a chimpanzee. Certainly not easy to do after a tornado has just torn through your world. Thankfully though, one of the men had left a few signs for me to follow. As it turned out, though, however, the person who had left these signs had no hands and no parents. And although I followed the signs to the letter, losing 3 days to the endeavor, I should add, I ended up getting completely lost, as all of a sudden the signs stopped and there was no base to be found. I trudged ever forward, even as my infection started to progress, as I knew that certainly now I had to be closer than I was further away. And on day 26, I stumbled into an interesting looking location. It certainly had the resemblance to a zombie survival base, and I wondered if perhaps this was where the lads had been living. It was quite a ways away from the last sign, but whichever monkey had left those signs for me to follow hadn't done a very good job anyway. Inside the shelter, I found water filtration, which was excellent because I was running low, as well as many furnaces, some potatoes, and other supplies. The shelter itself was quite nicely defended, with some rough iron bars guarding the perimeter. There were some holes here and there, but I quickly patched them up, and took the time to also dig a very light trench around the outside. Upstairs in the shelter, I managed to find even more supplies, which made me think that perhaps someone had indeed been living here, though a lot of these items are useless to literally everyone. But living or dead, the deed of the house is now mine, and I should have a nicely fortified little location where I can stay for a good week or so, at least until I receive word from the lads as to where exactly their base is. Amongst the garbage was also some useful items, including this iron saw here, which I used to repair my currently damaged saw. What I truly wanted to use this base for was a quick little safe house while I established my enchanting table, as it was going to take me a while to have the resources to do so. I needed enough sugarcane in order to be able to build 9 bookcases, and although I'm currently able to make some paper and some books, I don't have enough. Obviously, I had originally intended to use my base as my center for enchanting, but since my quote-unquote friends had lured a horde there, it's probably a good idea I don't go back for a few days. And when I eventually return home, I will have enchanted gear, and hopefully the horde will have gone. And so, that was the plan. I explored every nook and cranny in the little shelter I had found, managing to restock on bones, which would be nice if I could find some more wolves to make friends with. Now, I will mention I've noticed zombies do have a unfortunate habit of squirming through little gaps wherever they can. So I took a little bit of extra time to make sure that there was no way the undead could penetrate my fortress, not without climbing over the walls anyway. Such that I would have a nicely defensible position for when they next get hungry and start encroaching on me, as well as developing simple fortifications such as trenches and utilizing any and all barbed wire that had been left behind for me. It had also been quite a while since we made any meaningful upgrades to our gear, so I quickly took the time to craft myself a diamond-strengthened crossbow. I've utilized these things in the past, and they are incredibly useful at taking out hordes of enemies, as with a simple enchantment known as penetration, you can kill multiple zombies with one bolt. As some of the barbed wire that I found within the base was heavily damaged, utilizing some of my iron, I finally crafted some wire and used it to perform the necessary repairs. I didn't have a huge amount, but I certainly had enough to be able to block off some choke points and a couple other likely entry locations. It might not be pretty, but this should, I repeat should, keep the undead from eating my soft bits. Now, my infection at this point was getting pretty bad. You may notice that the greenish hue that obscures my vision is getting pretty obstructive. I'll definitely need to be consuming my cure soon. I'm not sure exactly how many days I've got left, but I am keeping an eye on it. Later, on the same day, that is day 30, I managed to come across another furry. And of course, utilizing the bone we found in the shelter, we were able to tame the lad, right before getting glassed by a local survivor.
Huh?
Oh, wow, he is a lot faster than he was before. Thank you, dog. I think you may have saved my life. Get him, doggy. Bite his ass. This idiot can't swim. No! Eventually, once I defeated the survivor, he dropped some steel. No diamonds this time. And sadly, of course, Sir Dorkington I had to sacrifice his life for us to obtain that. I also happened to notice that the survivor had given me a plethora of injuries. So that's good. And so, infected, heavily injured, and extremely tired, I headed back to my little shelter and clambered on inside. Today's foraging, although losing us a dog, had netted us a couple of bookcases, so we can add those to the enchanting table. All I should do now is get some rest so that my injuries can heal. Curious what I might be able to use that steel we'd obtained for, but sadly, it's just decorative blocks. Oh, and there's tactical shield, but it's worse than what I've currently got. Although I very much wanted to go to bed, all of the noise outside implied to me that there's something going on. And I did try to sleep, but nope, I'm not allowed. I of course needed to survey exactly what was going on, so I clambered onto the roof, at which we could see, yep, there's a bit of a problem developing. Also, one of the undead appears to have found a guitar and is playing Yankee Doodle. The very popular zombie anthem. I will say, I think the preparations we did are working very well. Fortunately for me, although quite a few of them had turned up to the party, the barbed wire that we had installed on top of the fence meant that very few of them were getting over, and the ones that did were often dying. As you can tell, this medium-sized grouping down here seems to be taking constant damage from something. There was barbed wire scattered around, of course, but it was a little bit of a mystery to me as to why exactly so many of them were taking so much damage. Once most of them had perished, however, I investigated the seed and found that it must have been the bramble bushes that were planted outside. I hadn't even considered them, but they seemed to have done an incredible job. There were a few stragglers, of course, as usual, but nothing crazy, especially since the ones inside seemed to have very little health left. Indeed, most of the undead outside the base had either died climbing over or wandered off, and most of the ones inside the base had either perished or were cleaned up by me in the morning. Once the brain chewers outside were taken care of, I had a quick peek at what enchants might be available to me. I was able to get unbreaking and protection on my chestplate, but now I had a desperate need for wood. I needed 2 more bookshelves to be able to complete my enchanting table, and although I currently had the paper for it, I don't have any wood. I had planted these thin spruce trees here when I first arrived at the shelter, but they weren't quite large enough yet to be worthwhile. Worthwhile cutting down, of course. Luckily though, it was now late evening, and so most of the zombies outside were completely gone, and so I was able to quite safely hop outside and grab what I needed. As the day was ending, I also did some repairs to the barbed wire and gave it a quick test. Ow. 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 Yep, it works. The following morning, I crafted what I thought to be the last few bookshelves I needed, but after testing, it turns out, no, I'm still too short. I had miscalculated. My bad. You see, this number here is 18, it should be 30. We're close, but not quite there. I did also deem it worthwhile to enchant our crossbow. We could always make another later and combine the two, and having something pierce through the many zombies that approach me will be handy. A few moments later though, while I was kicking back and getting ready to enjoy the smooth drum melody that accompanies being left home alone for too long, I got a horde, and although the other day we had made the preparations to survive a small grouping of zombies, I doubt that what we've done here will be able to survive hundreds of them. As such, abandonment is going to be the play here, I think. We're going to head down to the river, get a boat, and hopefully outrun them. I can hear them following me with the sweet melody of a bagpipe or something. As it turns out, the undead were even blocking my escape route on the stream, though they weren't capable of swimming and sank like stones. I then realized I was at approximately the same position I was the other day when I found that dog to tame, so I quickly hopped out with a bone in my hand, ready to tame an animal, before remembering what I was supposed to be doing, and I was currently being chased by a horde, so I ran back to the boat and got back in the river. As the sun was beginning to set, the sounds of zombies chasing me had decreased significantly, so I think I was largely in the clear. And so I used the window to quickly sneak back around and jump back into my house. Hello, dog. I don't know whose you are, but I'm taking a nap. During the night, I had a dream. Information was conveyed to me telepathically that I should head back to my old base, as Robert would be there, and he would finally be ready to invite me to their survival shelter, where we will hole up for the next 20 or so days. And by telepathic dream, I of course mean he sent me a message on Discord. But I'm not going to tell you that he sent me a message on Discord, because that would be less interesting narratively. So... Anyway, so I started dismantling my enchanting table. Don't worry, this will be easy to repair. I just need to get more wood. And wood's not too tricky to come by. Also, a dog has somehow smuggled himself into my boat. I don't know where he came from. He might have been one of my old dogs that suddenly decided to exist again. But that is fairly irrelevant. What matters is we're now heading back to our base, and we also have Sir Borkington with us. In fact, as if to emphasize the irrelevance of mentioning Sir Borkington, eventually, I had to get out of my boat, of course, and cross the land. In so doing, Sir Borkington got lost and wasn't with me by the time I'd returned home. So just forget I ever mentioned Sir Borkington. I already have. It was certainly a depressing feeling once I had actually returned home. All of the holes I'd mended in the walls were back, and in fact there was quite a few new ones, it felt like. But Robert wasn't here yet, so I was able to do some mending before he arrived. I will quickly mention that one benefit of being extraordinarily infected is that you can see better in the dark. So many memories in this house. So many brutally thwarted memories. So many memories. So many strange fluids gushing out of patients' bodies. A good 15-20 minutes later, after rambling to myself for a while I was dealing with some aquatic zombies, Robert decided to show up. Oh my god.
What are you doing out here?
What am I doing out here?
Oh,
I live out here. Whoa,
this is a
Jesus.
scary place. There's no light. There's nothing.
You just smacked that man into Narnia. Good God.
It's dark.
Well, everything's a fervent shade of green for me. Oh, that man just...
Really?
Yep.
You're infected?
Oh, yes.
Oh. do you have a cure?
Yeah, I've got a cure. I've just been waiting to use it.
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I waited so long. It's like you don't have to worry about getting bit then, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But I was tasked with you to the sanctuary.
Were you?
We need all hands on deck.
Good man. All right,
What?
go on. Lead the way.
Let's do it at daytime, perhaps.
Also, who left those signs?
Kim did.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
We followed it for so long, and then we found a sign that just said hi.
I hate that man.
And he's the one that started all the lies and deceit of stealing your stuff as well, because he put signs everywhere from other people. Like, he said he even put signs that said like, "Oh, I took things, Robert," or like, "Hey, thanks for the loot, Shadow," when it was Kim the whole time.
Oh right, yeah. I had a. There was a sign here that said, "Thanks for the loot, Shadow."
Yeah, Kim put that there.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yep, Kim's definitely getting stabbed in the mouth. You know what I need? There's a bunch of chimkins that live nearby. I'm just going to relieve them of their lives.
What are chimkins?
These guys, the flappy lads.
You laugh.
Oh, there's a zombie in the chimkin hole.
Oh, chickens.
Chimkins, yeah. Chimkins, otherwise known as Sir Quackingtons.
Okay, there's a bunch of Sir Quackingtons at the sanctuary. There's too many. to
Okay,
be
let's
exact.
go then. Come on, we're burning daylight.
Are we on the right way? No.
I have no idea. We could be. You either win the lottery or you don't.
Everything's a 50% chance.
Yep, that's how statistics work. Now we're going to take a quick break here, away from the nonsensical things that appear to be exuding from my mouth hole, and I'm just going to inform you where Robert and I are going. I have apparently been invited to take part in a project called Sanctuary. It's a place where me and the other survivors can live together and hopefully safely deal with the oncoming zombie hordes. But as of right now, of course, Robert and I are simply in transit. We're yet to arrive, but I'm assured that we will be there soon. Hang on, I'm just gonna murder this chimkin real quick. There he goes. He's deceased, Robert.
I'll take out this chimkin.
Get him. We don't want them to suffer in this zombified world.
We're getting close. I'm telling you that right now. We're getting close.
Excellent.
We're gonna cut through the
Let's go.
city here.
Oh no, please no. I've been inside one of these. They're death traps.
We
And
are.
all the chests were empty as well. Empty chests, filled with zombies. Generally bad time.
This is not a good idea.
Yeah, you hear
I'm
that,
telling
Robert? That's all the retail workers nearby.
you. What are they working?
Night shift probably.
But this should take us all the way to the sanctuary.
If
Oh,
I
don't look
see
up there.
a sign, I don't want to wait for my life to be over.
How have you been surviving though? Like, what's been going on with you?
I've been surviving, I would say mildly. It's been fine. I mean, everything was relatively calm until you guys found my base. Then everything
Okay.
kind of went to crap. I'm not
was
saying the two
our
events are related necessarily, but
Just say it was our fault.
yeah, okay.
All right, but you got everything, right? We don't have to go back to your base or anything, because I didn't wanna go back
Everything
there.
except like everything I built. You know?
Oh, yeah. You know you can move everything you built.
Yeah, I'll just move it block by block.
Oh, we're here.
Oh, this is-
Sanctuary. Why is there zombies in a boat right there?
Why is there a prismarine jail cell there? Is that for Kim? Or can you-
Hello! I've come back with a very prized possession.
Sneeve.
Oh,
Made it.
Sanctuary.
and what's the prized possession you brought, Robert?
Oh,
A guy named
you
Kevin.
are the prized possession.
Guess who likes you?
For
Hang
some
on.
reason, He said.
I'm gonna see if I can hit Kim off the tower. Let's see.
Do you hear what Robert just said? I really wanted you here. And this is the first thing you're gonna do again?
It's tough love, Kim. Treat 'em mean, keep 'em keen, is what they say.
Also, information. There's a prison actually nearby. It was kind of like on the way, but not really to where Sneeve used to live. Used to
where we
live, 'cause
found
he's living
Sneeve?
here now.
Yeah, I've kind of been kidnapped, haven't I?
Yeah, we have to find a spot for him to live, though.
A nice, like, straw mat on the ground somewhere.
Well, actually, Sneeve.
What the hell?
Just careful. I'm just doing just doing some landscaping.
Sneeve, come here. I'll show
Oh,
you
yes,
my bunker.
the traditional art of dynamite landscaping. I hear that's really
come here.
taking off on Etsy.
So that's Sean's house, and then my house is right here. Come on in.
Well, I like your house, Robert. It's got a strong Fallout vibe.
This is my house.
Yeah. Okay, well,
But
I
yeah,
mean, I
so
like
I
it.
was thinking that you could build something of similar of the sorts in the hill underneath Kim and near Shadow's house.
What is this?
It's called an injector. You can pick it up. I have no idea what it's used for. You can take it, do whatever you want. All right, guys, we have a problem.
What's the problem?
Kim got a horde.
I got a horde.
I have a horde. We all have hordes.
I'm Spartacus.
Oh no, and there's a hole in the wall.
Wait. Build up a wall. Where?
I think I found the hole.
There's a hole in the wall right here. We have to build it up.
Yeah, patch that up. Oh my! What did I just hear?
There's a lot of zombies.
A lot of zombies.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Sean.
Oh, there's so many.
Kill the ones with the copyright.
Copyright?
What happened to my frame rate? What is happening?
There's 2 hordes at once.
That's what I need.
Oh, Steve, behind you, Steve.
They're in.
How are they
They're
in?
over the walls. They're over the walls.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
No, I know what happened. Sean. What happened? They spawned inside your base.
No,
Too far
they're-
away.
It's alright, I locked the door.
No,
Oh, good. I hope you did.
Yeah, I think I may have gotten tetanus on the trap though.
You're lucky, Steve. From here, you could get a good look of everything.
Yeah, this is a good spot. I hope those couple lads over there
They're
on
coming from
the
behind
slightly
Skip
less
Skip's
fortified
house.
tower are going to be okay.
Ah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'd hate to be on that
These-
tower.
These walls did nothing.
I mean, in fairness, I think they just kind of climbed over the bridge.
Climbing
There's
over
a
your
bloke
dumb
playing
trees.
Moonlight Sonata on the trumpet. He needs to be killed for crimes against humanity.
This is
on.
insane.
Where is that trumpet player? We need to kill this man who is murdering Beethoven's Fifth. Oh my god! What is going on?
Behind.
I think we got him. We got the music criminal.
I didn't even shoot.
I don't have a bow.
I was wondering if this was going to happen. Kim,
Oh my god.
I think those
goodness.
men over there have declared war.
No, stop shooting arrows at each other. Uh-oh.
Oh boy, there's a rather large hole that just appeared. I think they're climbing it. They're almost up, Kim.
You gotta stop that right now.
Okay, the last one.
That's not me. That
Is that a Zelda theme?
Kill the guy with the trombone.
Do any of you guys have bows over there? You guys are just standing at the top of your tower?
I had 7 arrows.
I have no bow.
Infinity?
No infinity.
That's a privilege thing.
Yeah, you over there in your ivory acacia tower with your infinity bow and all kinds of other
we call it
white privileges. Kim, what are you doing? What are you doing with those
No,
eyes?
it's just Shadow's house looked like a shoe.
Those. It does. It's like a boot. It's like a boot with a hat. I think someone's shooting at you again, Kim. I'm going inside.
Don't shoot at me. I'm gonna die.
You're already infected. Just go down there and fight.
Stop.
Stop! That was a very Scandinavian stop there, Kim. Stop! Hang on. I'm going out, Kim.
As long as no one shoots at
Sorry, that wasn't very manly of me.
It's like 3 at once.
All right, lads.
No, Steve's going for it. I want the experience.
No, I want the experience.
This thing is too much. Steve, relax.
I think I have a little XP farm going over here, lads. Kim, are you mad, man?
Why are they not attacking me?
Because you're Norwegian. You're like the human equivalent of a capybara.
There we go. Excuse me?
This is my house now, Kim.
Why is a hole in the wall?
It's probably your fault.
I need some payment for your staying here.
Me staying here? What kind of payment do you want, Kim?
I want some shiny diamond boots.
Boots. Shiny diamond boots.
What's wrong with these zombies? They're like jumping. You ever seen a movie Jumper? That's what they're doing.
Yeah, they're really not doing that from the movie Jumper, Kim.
Is that with Anakin?
Yeah. Look at this guy.
I've lost health.
This guy's fresh from the Olympics. Oh,
Hey, viewers, why don't you go ahead and count how many zombies I've killed on screen?
is this your house? Is it, Sean?
Wait, whoa, don't be coming in. If you like the eggs, you can take the eggs. I've been taking these over to Kim's tower.
Told you there was a lot of chimkins here. Sneak.
There is a lot of chimkins. You didn't lie. I think I want to live in this tower here. If there's no one living here. Oh my god, there's a lot of yeah, these chickens. They were always here. I see now what these eggs are for. You know what we should do? To build a good old-fashioned trench.
What is Kim doing? What's in here now?
He's not sharing is what he's not doing.
Why are there chickens? Why are there chickens everywhere?
That's
I guess you
it's
gotta
a
get
mystery,
it.
Kim. They seem to like your house.
Sneeve, you can make your house on top of the bridge if you want.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
I need 2 more points.
Or underneath the bridge.
Oh,
You know,
one.
before London Bridge burnt down, it used to have people living on it. I'm thinking I might do that. Though I'm not necessarily happy with the connotation of being associated with
You're
a
welcome.
bridge that famously burnt down.
I got something to boost morale.
Oh,
What a banger.
now we know it's about to go down.
Hey, anyone want to come with me to the prison tomorrow?
Yeah, we're all gonna go, including Kim.
Especially Kim. Cannot emphasize enough how important it is Kim goes.
Steve, you gotta find
gonna
yourself a
hit
new house now.
I'm living on the bridge. I'm like some kind of Australian troll.
Can you live under the bridge?
No.
Looks like I just found out everything I need to know about you, Mr. Sneeve. Australian.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe. Maybe, mate. Maybe.
We got a big day ahead of us today. Zombie prison.
All right, you guys ready to go to the prison?
I'm always ready to go to prison.
I was born in prison.
All right.
Molded by it.
I didn't see the
What are you
light
doing?
until I was a man. And so things were going well at Sanctuary. We were all getting along relatively well. And my London Bridge replica was not looking good, but it was there. Yeah, things were going well. And now, of course, Robert has suggested we go and explore a nearby prison. I don't really know why, but I'm certainly happy to go along for the ride. I'm sure nothing will go wrong, right?
No, I need my gun.
You won't get infected. You're too. Nobody want to bite you.
Okay.
Nobody would want to bite you. That sounds almost mean.
Oh wait, so
Yeah.
Sneeve has a cure. Yeah, he'll have to use it, but he hasn't used it yet. He was on
Yeah, but he
stage
said he had like
4.
15 minutes left.
Yeah, well, that was 10 minutes ago, so. Listen, I'm gonna edge myself here, baby.
Okay.
So it's just Robert and Kim.
Yeah, but I should be able to survive it out, you know? Just
Why
gotta
don't you
really-
say we will survive it? Why are you saying?
Wait,
huh?
wait, Robert,
You're
if
implying
you're...
that I want, huh?
Kim,
Hey, Sean.
you're a dirty boy.
No, you're the dirty one.
things over
You
here? by the
sounded-
way? Who's making
You
a
sounded so happy to see
Well,
Sean just then. It's like, yeah, Kim. And you're like, oh, Sean. Like, oh, hey, it's been a while.
Dirty, dirty boy.
taking us to the prison?
Where's Shadow?
He was right behind me.
Shadow. Hopefully not too close.
What is the server? I come here and it's just...
Hey, Shadow, what are you doing? Whoa, zombie!
That tree just landed on me.
So I'm good.
Good thing it only hit my brain.
I heard rumors, Steve, you were complaining about certain
Sneeve's not
signs
sick anymore.
and
He dropped
directions.
the javelin.
Oh, God. Don't even remind me.
I thought you loved my directions.
No. They're the leading cause of cranial cancer in me.
Oh, behind you! Behind you! Behind
There he
you!
comes.
He's faster than me!
He just broke free of the Olympics.
Oh, watch out!
Look at this guy.
I tried to get on with my life. Found out that I am not the man I was yesterday. That's why I get in the
This is
boat
like bad
today.
country music. Not the man I was yesterday.
Hey,
you
that song is
guys bring
copyrighted.
boats?
Copyrighted. I'm not the man I was today.
The man I
What's
was
bad?
today. Ew, Sean's going through an
Robert,
identity
where you taking us?
crisis. Okay, time to eat the apple, lads. Sorry about this. Unless you want to share, Robert?
No, it's okay.
Well, I can
What's
see
that?
less now. I'm going to miss my night
Actually,
vision.
kill the fish.
Can we even go in there?
It's a death sentence. All right, let's go.
Oh my gosh, are we going?
Where have they gone?
Yeah, Sean.
Where have they gone? Ah,
We got that. Let's go. We gonna die. Oh no, I don't know where they went.
oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No, we're.
Get him.
Oh, that guy up there.
Guys,
Kim
help,
is
help.
getting battered right now. I'm not going to
Keep
lie.
going. Go to the water.
Don't worry, I gotta. Oh, whoops! There's a beehive in that one.
That zombie did a number on me.
Yeah, Kim just
They're so
got glassed.
fast. Guys, run. Keep going. Go.
There are a lot of bees here right
Keep
now.
going. Just
The bees!
I'm like,
Don't
Not
get,
the
run, run, run.
bees!
I'm down to 2 hearts. No sleep.
Go into the water. Get in the boat. Okay, sorry.
And-
I'm not the man I used to be.
I am. I'm the man Sean used to be.
That was
Daddling.
almost the death of Kim. What's that? Look over, and
Dude.
Kim's going. I got 2 hearts. I got 2 hearts, and there's like a zombie.
Sorry?
Kim's just standing back
I
there
don't
getting
know.
glassed by a zombified man in full drip.
You know what I say? That was a night of
look
fun.
like it.
I wonder what way Kim's next going to catch the hands. Oh boy. Hey, lads.
Oh no.
there.
There is an incredibly quick man following you, Robert.
I think it should be right up this hill.
Go, Kim, go!
You got there. Perfect timing, I guess. Oh, I hear zombies. Oh, this is a zombie-ridden forest. Be very aware of your surroundings. Right, Kimberly?
Exactly.
Oh, there's men. There's survivors. Bomb them.
Yeah, batter
Big
him!
lie.
Like tennis.
Fine, I can take the hits from them. I'm not afraid anymore.
Let them nibble on you, Robert.
Yep. A cheeky nibble. We have returned. Oh boy.
Prison.
So this is where Steve came from.
Yeah. There's no stars on
Is this
that
the
flag.
border?
This is Costa
Robert, how does
Rica.
it feel-
There's landmines everywhere.
I dropped dirt
freaky.
on them. Oh!
Glittered
busting in.
landmines, too.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
okay,
who can
we're doing
crawl?
it.
Who can crawl?
I'm in. Oh, there's a tripwire.
Uh-oh.
After you, Kim.
Can we disarm the
Oh, that was a bit.
landmines?
Oh,
Wow.
The zombie's gonna walk right
Hey,
into
there's
that
a man in
landmine, I feel
here.
like.
There's a man. There's a man
oh,
on a
watch
gun.
out, watch out.
Oh my gosh. He's on the turret. The gun's not even pointed at us. What an idiot.
Inject
I'll see if I can-
things.
Yeah,
Oh,
inject.
Steve.
You can't really hit him.
The other half's not.
I missed.
Yeah, good job, Kim.
Oh, you got him.
Solid 6 out of 10. I'll give you for that. Hang on.
Are we
Where?
all going together?
Oh. Oh.
Steve, come on in.
It's all right. He was on lunch break.
Time to shine.
Steve. Is it empty?
You know what I found? This is a bit of a throwback. Hey, Sean, where are you?
here.
Watch out for those. Hey, check this out. Smack Kim with one of
Oh,
these
why am
puppies.
Oh yeah, here I got something for you, Steve.
Oh, a suspicious drug. Excellent, my favorite.
Stuff now.
Skiing boots. My God.
I can't even step on the floor. I don't trust any of it.
Sean, what did you say you got over there?
This crowbar is immensely
this one?
powerful.
Oh, villagers.
Okay.
What was that?
What are
Oh,
they?
there's beds here, guys. Bed.
Maybe the guards don't care about us because we're not prisoners.
Oh, it's an outbreak now, guys. It's an outbreak. The prisoners.
Are you? Oh.
Prison outbreak.
It's an outbreak.
And everything right now.
I feel like I'm kind of stealing these guys' lunch, but I'll be damned if it isn't delicious.
Guys,
What?
guys, I just got a horde.
No, Kim.
What about the villagers? We have to save them.
Screw the villagers. We need to save ourselves.
I
holding up
concur.
in here?
Lads, you know that horde thing that tends to happen?
So you got one too now, huh?
I didn't say that. That was you that said that. Oh my God, netherite. I feel like there's going to be a considerable number of zombies once we go outside.
I have to get rid of him.
Yep, I agree, Kim.
Yep.
I tried.
What is this?
Didn't take water
I
with
found a
frame
skiing
rate
chest
is-
plate. Anyone want to go skiing?
Who's at the horde right now?
I do, and Kim does.
Oh,
The question is how many is having it.
2. Kim, that's 2, moron.
You take that back right now.
Ed's
Let's take a
here as
peek.
well. It's a prison.
Oh, they're climbing up here, Robert.
Okay, guys, come over here. Come over here and let's try to sleep. Watch out!
Oh, this is up here.
There's an iron golem here.
Get out of here. And there's a tornado.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
No, get back in.
I can't help but think that we were safer inside, Robert.
I'm going back to the house. I'm going back to the house.
You're gonna be going back there a hell of a lot quicker than you
You
want
gotta
to.
stay in. Oh, there's so many inside now. But the Iron Golem is taking care of them, luckily.
What do you need me to do?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Of a,
Oh no, the villager got infected. I can't help but think that that may have been our fault.
The tornado and get home.
Oh
with me
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Come
The
with me.
tornado is in full force. Look at all the blocks flying by.
Is it sucking up the zombies?
Maybe we go.
Yeah, good question.
It should.
I've seen a lot of blocks, but not a lot of zombies.
Did it just pull me a little bit?
What are you doing? What are you guys doing?
I can't see.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
I say, oh, Steve.
Ah, yes! I've developed a power of flight, but I don't... Oh!
I think you anchored the golem. You might have
Yeah,
anchored the golem.
the golem's here. Hello, hello, hello. What's all this then? What's going on here? I can't help but
Sit
feel
down.
like we're missing someone.
Oh, man. I got another star from that place.
So we'd luckily managed to avoid the weather and escape the prison. Only problem was, we realized while we were on our way home that we were missing a man. To nobody's surprise, it was Kim. He had been picked up by a tornado while we weren't looking and was now missing.
You guys make it?
Yeah, but we don't. We have no sign
We
of
have
Kim.
no idea where Kim is.
Oh,
Can
Kim,
we go
yeah,
back and
that's
try
the
to
one.
save him?
Nah, he's
Sure.
like all yellow. He'll find his way home.
We can't leave him.
We can't leave Kim.
Sure we can.
No, we can't leave Kim. We gotta go get him.
E4 this whole time. There's like a million zombies.
And one
We'll
Kim.
be okay.
These.
There's only one Kim.
Kimberly.
We're walking into a death trap right now, Steve.
Yeah, well, every day's a death trap with Kim.
Get back.
Kim, lad, where are you?
You guys didn't abandon me.
Kim, I made them all come back for you, Kim.
Thank you, Steve. I
found him?
really
Yeah.
do believe that.
He's on the roof.
Somewhere.
I'm so scared. Shadow, that was a bad prank.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Ah, yes, the classic go outside during a tornado prank.
I said it seems okay, and Kim's like, "Oh, really?" We came back. We couldn't leave you.
I'm glad.
Yeah, everyone wanted to come get you, Kim.
Ah.
Yep, there was
But I'm
no
also- I'm more
hesitation,
glad you
no
guys are here.
debating, no nothing.
We didn't stop on this island right here and talk about whether we should get you.
Got rid of the particles.
Steve! Steve!
Can't help but feel I'm having some kind of mild seizure right now.
Kim, bring us all the way up to the beach. When we get to the beach, we make a right.
You're a beach.
Okay.
Hey, I did a mold test in my house. I just got the results back. I got moderate levels of black mold in my house.
Did you pass?
Moderate levels of mold.
It's like a B+, I think.
You're the captain now.
Oh god. There's a survivor after you, Shadow.
That's okay. He's just a fan.
Sneak, pick him up.
Yeah, why do you have no
Oh, so
trousers
co-
on, Kim? Kim, are you wearing trousers right now? The man's in his stubbies back there, and he's wondering why no one picked him up on the boat. Well, it had taken a considerable amount of traveling, but we were just about to arrive back home. Now, Sean had found a suspicious drug in the prison, of course, and wanted to test if maybe it could remove Kim and Robert's infection. Why not, I suppose?
Welcome to Sanctuary. Kim and Robert, come here. Who's willing to try a
Suspicious drug?
experimental drug that may cure your zombie infection?
I'll take it if you take it.
This is great peer pressure and drugs here.
I took it. I took it. Oh.
Kim, don't take it!
Oh.
Take it! How much?
Help.
Come here, come here, come here.
All right, Robert, it's all part of the
Take a
process.
painkiller, take the painkiller.
Give me. Give me.
Is it poison?
I'm poisoned. I'm analgesic.
That's his
All right,
name on
no more
Grindr.
poison.
Yeah, all right, Kim, your turn.
I'm alive, aren't I?
Are you?
Well, how do you survive?
All right, Kim, take it.
Shoot it up. There he goes.
Oh.
Here, Kim. Here's some painkillers.
Take
Oh.
the painkillers, Kim. Take the painkillers.
They're really loading this guy up with drugs.
Ooh.
Poison.
Kim, there's a
Come on,
zombified
Kim,
man
Kim, come
behind
on.
you.
Kim, Kim, get in.
Oh. That is so scary.
I don't know why I didn't warn him. I just kind of
Yeah, you just stood there and said nothing.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh
Okay, we gotta build our walls higher.
Now, the zombies are snapping at our heels, but I mainly just wanted to work on my bridge. Unfortunately for me, apparently someone had lit a fire not 5 meters from where I was working. Sean took this very well.
Why? Put it out!
What?
The London Bridge is burning again. Put it out.
Oh, just as the scriptures foretold.
I will kill everyone if these walls go down.
Oh, no.
You did, Shadow.
It was just like they warned us would happen if we built the bridge in London again. Oh, man. I'm getting roasted up here, fellas.
Stop.
Ah!
Put it out. Put it out.
Ow, ow. Hold on, we got it. It's okay. I threw a Molotov, but I didn't think I hit the bridge. I thought I threw it in the grass.
That was you who threw the Molotov?
Yeah, I thought I hit the grass, not the bridge.
All right, you're now on woodcutting duty.
Yeah, I feel like there has to be some kind of punishment.
I feel like wood's not
The best material.
Whoa!
It's not the most sturdy material, as we've learned quite recently.
that was just a test. Can you imagine if we had a horde?
Yeah.
I did us a favor.
If you live, you can only be stronger.
Exactly.
Unless, of course, you get herpes.
Yes, that's not fun.
Well, someone needs to stand up for the herpes community. And I feel like it's gonna be me.
Steve, you feel free to hook up an enchantment room in here.
Roof of his bunker.
What?
If it's a bit tight on the bridge,
No.
build a enchantment
You
room.
don't understand, Kim. This is gonna have a whole second floor. And I'm gonna make it out of the most durable material known to man. Spruce wood.
Make it out of sand.
Now, a horde apparently had decided to descend upon us. Luckily, though, it wasn't too big of a horde, and we were able to take care of it quite quickly, as you can tell by all of this experience here.
You're actually taking all my XP.
I found this fair and square, sir.
You know, you can have it. You need it more than me.
You're damn right I do. I tried to add a cheeky enchantment onto my crowbar, but unfortunately got nothing out of it, only unbreaking, which is not very good. The next day, things were going quite calm, so I threw some more eggs at Kim's house, but apparently the rain god didn't seem to like that and summoned a tornado.
Guys!
Oh, no, tornado! Tornado!
Oh, God! Get inside!
It's going right over us. Don't go out there. Bad idea.
Yeah, it threw me over the wall.
Oh, no!
Sneeve!
Okay,
Sneeve! Sneeve!
it's okay. I'm a bit stuck.
Is it moving towards
no,
us
no.
or away? You think? Oh, Steve!
Sneeve!
Steve is gone! He's over the
Sneeve!
wall.
Talk to me, Sneeve. Are you okay?
I'm alive.
He's still on the ground.
He's stuck in a tree, I believe.
Yeah,
Are you good?
I'm the Tree Meister, king of the trees. This is a zombie that just kissed me on the mouth. Oh,
Can you
boy.
do me a favor to make a jump?
Well, I died the way I lived. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, God! Everything's fine, lads. How's it? Oh. Here I go again. Oh, no.
He just hit a water bucket combo.
No! I'm sick of this! This is not fun anymore! I'm free. The chickens keep getting pulled into the barbed wire. It's a damn
wasn't me, I
shame.
promise.
The following night, I was attempting to do some repairs while there was a horde of zombies upon us, but I was then called to try and help out with some of the zombies. I, of course, reluctantly agreed. Oh my God!
What happened? Swim, Sneeve! Swim away!
Oh my God!
He's out.
I feel extremely well chewed. I can't help but feel like a less valued member of the community when that happens.
I don't know. I'm getting away from it.
I can't. I think there might be a hole in the wall.
Guys, we're
Now, although I'd managed to survive, unfortunately that won't last too long. I'd of course managed to get reinfected while I was pushed into the pile. Being infected sucks.
You got infected there?
What do you think?
Oh.
I was just chewed up like a good toffee.
Come down to my bunker and sleep.
All right. You insist, Mum. It was a tiring day. Now, I suppose I should also mention that Kim had gone missing sometime during the last tornado. But we hadn't really noticed yet, and Robert told us he really wanted to go find a nearby bunker. So we're going to do that.
All right, come on, guys. Let's go. Come with me, gentlemen.
Oh!
Is that Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah, we waited for you.
We were out looking for you.
This whole exposition was to come out for you. Yeah. But since we're out here, guys, let's go to the bunker.
Yeah, since we're here, let's go to the bunker.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Kim, yeah. We said, let's go pick up Kim and go to the bunker. That's what we said. Now, the bunker turned out to be an incredibly dangerous place, and we split into 2 groups to go and find the loot. Come on, Sean, down the ladder.
No.
Good work.
Oh,
Good
there
work.
he is.
I got clean blood.
You got clean blood. Give me some of that,
Did you guys dip?
maybe.
You gotta be chased down there.
You being chased?
Yeah, by a man.
By a man. What kind of man? A casual man?
Okay.
Oh my god, this place is gorgeous.
Just
Hang on, Robert. Well, I can help. Keep forgetting I have a crossbow. A good piece of kit. This crossbow is actually doing relatively well.
Start climbing up.
There are a million spawners in here, lads.
what is Robert up to?
I don't know. I don't know where that guy is.
I'm down here.
Maybe you're down there. Oh,
You
yeah.
can break
you
the
are.
spawners up there, Sneak.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Oh, they're jumping down.
Yeah. They're spawning up here. I'll try and take care of these ones.
I kind of built a bunch of paths. There's so many.
I see
Get
it.
down to that tank and break that spawner.
Oh, there's survivors too.
Yeah. I think they can.
Yeah, I got one of the spawners. We got 3 diamonds, music discs.
No, I'm done. I'm opening a door.
Go, Kim.
Jeez.
Oh!
You good? More zombies are coming.
Are you serious?
I put down some water.
Oh,
Slowly edging my way in.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, sir.
They
sorry.
won't come to us.
Sorry.
They won't come to us.
Sir.
Where are they coming from?
I guess it's just so dark. They're just spawning here, maybe.
I guess we should go back then, huh?
We kind of realized after a while that there wasn't much loot left to be had, and the zombies were spawning endlessly. It was more dangerous than it was worthwhile. But I did manage to find a couple of goodies before we left.
Alright, it's
No
time
one's
to
died.
go.
Time to go.
Right.
Show us the way out of here. Daytime.
We slowly walked our way back to Sanctuary, not worrying too much about what was going to be ahead of us. Now, unfortunately, what was ahead of us was a massive horde, one unlike anything we had ever seen so far. All we knew was that they were going to arrive sometime after sunset.
All right, guys, this is not going to be pretty. We have a very short window to prepare ourselves
Prepare ourselves.
for the day 90 horde.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Now, I would love to show you what happened during that horde, but unfortunately, I forgot to record it. Yeah, that's my bad. Thankfully, I did find a video that helps convey what happened. Truly horrifying stuff. If you do want to watch what happened that night, I would very much recommend you go check out Kim's video and watch. And so now we will continue the story after I noticed I hadn't been recording, which was the following morning. We were currently staying inside the bunker, sheltered from the horde of zombies outside, and I offered to sacrifice myself for the good of the community. Well, I'll tell you what, lads, I'll go make sure the coast is clear.
No, Sneeve.
No door is not... Oh my god!
Oh, Sneeve, stop that! Sneeve! See, there's so many
Oh
of
my
them.
god, no!
There's so
I regret my
many.
sacrifice!
What is happening?
Oh my god.
I'm still alive, for now. I'll try and lure them away, lads. Zombies! Come on, tasty piece of British brisket over here. Come on.
How are you alive?
Oh god!
How's it looking? How's it looking?
Okay,
I just
I'm
see
luring them.
block
Oh my god,
breaking.
some of them are so damn fast. Ah! Oh no! Ah! They're nibbling
You can make
me!
it. Anyone can.
Run, Kim!
Whoa!
Shadow, we're leaving.
I'm going.
Ah!
Where are we going, Kim? Back up to your base?
That's. I need to get a clear vision of things.
I go to my base, but
What happened here?
What happened
Honestly.
here? I say.
Come on.
Oh.
Get us up here, Kim.
I'm very hungry.
Get up.
Anyone got any, like, brisket?
No.
I think he fell.
ow, ow, ow.
Gotcha.
Oh. Am I hearing another
that's just
horde?
more.
Behind
Yeah.
you! Behind you! Behind you guys!
Ah! Oh no, the wind is picking up.
There's just too many zombies now.
Oh, my lovely door.
I feel like the base didn't do very much to keep them out, if I'm being honest.
No.
They chew through everything. They chew through stone. How do you survive in a situation like this?
I don't think you do.
I don't understand how you're alive.
Yeah, me neither. I sort of booked it away and just managed to evade them with my dashing Minecraft skills, Kim. We managed to have a brief moment of rest until morning, at which point Odin decided he hated us.
Probably not the smartest idea.
Oh, there's not. Well, we're.
Oh my god!
Oh, wait. There's a tornado right there.
Oh, I'm stuck!
Kim,
Get down, get down, get down, get down.
Kim, come on.
Ah!
Ah,
Oh no!
there's zombies everywhere.
No! Oh no! I don't want to be taken by this storm again! Oh my beautiful
stuck.
tower! My
I'm
beautiful
stuck.
tower!
The Bunkington.
No, 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 no.
Oh god, no, no, not again! Why? Odin, I have managed to find a small little safety corner. No, oh god, no, 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 no. Ow, ow! I was in the safety corner! No! Now, I was let down by the tornado only to be quite soon after picked up once again. But by the time that the storm had finally passed and I was still alive, unfortunately there was no sign of any of my friends. Sanctuary had fallen, and I was once again alone. All that was left was for me to return home and try and survive the remaining days by myself. And so, while I faced a long journey home, I had plenty of time to reminisce and think about what had just happened. We spent an amount of time simulating what could be called a civilization, though with Kim there, that's a bit of a stretch. But nonetheless, said civilization had fallen, and I was separated from my friends. What has happened to them, I will never know. Whether they perished, or if they had managed to survive somewhere, that's not part of my story anymore. Instead, now, I am going to be making my way home. The size of the zombie horde that had destroyed our entire civilization was something that we had perhaps underestimated. And I won't be making that mistake again. In roughly 50 days, a horde even larger than the one that had destroyed our civilization will find me. And before then, I have to do my best to build up my defenses in order to survive. And so here we are, back where it all began. Considerably more dilapidated and non-maintained than before. Thank you, Robert, for that. But we can't just blame Robert, of course. The majority of the damage here was done by tornadoes. And that's also why there's mysterious blocks of wool in the ground. Okay, well, first of all, let's do a quick inventory of the walls. Make sure that any and all holes are filled. Seems that we're okay. Now, I was going to break down this cute little sign here, but I didn't have the heart, as it reminded me of the time where I briefly had friends. To me, friends are like goldfish. They only stick around for a small amount of time before getting stuck in the filter and sliced to pieces. It's kind of depressing to have had all of your friends probably die. I don't know what happened to them. I hope they're okay. We have a lot of work to do. That's all I know. Now, as previously mentioned, we have a poorly described amount of time to prepare the base against a horde, which will likely destroy everything. So what I'm doing here is I'm just digging a good old-fashioned World War I trench. Nothing says stay the hell off my property like a good trench. I also found some wool in a chest, so I decided to make myself a bed again. And since we're going to be staying here a while, I also tilled the earth and put in some water. As we had gotten infected during the downfall of civilization, my consumptive rate is extremely high. That is, I need a lot of potatoes to live. One thing I will mention, by the way, is that I've turned off the annoying green screen. I am still infected, I'm just not dealing with the greenness. Now, as I was messing around with the harrowed earth, a sort of scarred reminder of the tornadoes that had flown through here, it occurred to me that perhaps instead of a trench, we give ourselves a nice moat. Moats, of course, being a classical example of medieval siege defense. Every man needs a moat, and I have most of one here. We kind of have two moats, actually. Yeah, we're ensconced by moats. There's only one land bridge, which is over here. At first I was depressed I'd lost my friends, but then I realized 2 moats. That's better than any friends. Now, despite my ceaseless joy, we were lacking some essentials. Namely, we were low on ammunition. We only had 8 bolts left, so I needed to make some of those. And we also, for some reason, didn't even have a furnace. I'm not sure what was going on there. Must have been picked up by the tornado. But with our shallow moat and deep moat combined, the individual zombies had very little chance of actually reaching me. Good-o. The only problem, really, is that there's no way for me to get in. But if it's difficult for me to get in, there's no chance of any zombies getting in. And if there's one thing I know about zombies, it's that they don't like it when things are inconvenient, such as randomly placed big puddles on the ground. Now, although it is day 49, and we might be wearing a lot of enchanted things, not a lot of those things are very highly useful. And as such, we want to make another enchanting table. I brought all of the ingredients for an enchanting table with me when I left civilization, but I had forgotten to grab some obsidian, so we're going to need to go and find some. Obviously, I'm not just going to find a bunch of obsidian above ground, but I might be able to find a lava pool instead. I had passed a few on my way home. Sorry, cow. Anyway, I'd passed a few on my way home, so it's just a matter of getting back out there and finding them. I wandered for the rest of the day, unsuccessfully, sadly, and using a boat, set downstream during the evening. I had hoped that using my incredible intelligence, I would be able to find some lava before it got too dark. But sadly, that was not the case, and as such, we now have fast, hungry zombies looking after us. Yeah, I'm really not sure what it is about the darkness, but they certainly seem to be faster after the sun sets. At midnight, I found a nearby cabin with which I could stay the night. But I elected to not go inside as I suddenly remembered that the zombies can break through walls. And upon climbing to the top, I had managed to spy a lava pool. A bit of grace in my life, huzzah! As you might recall from the downfall of civilization, if the zombies get too numerous, they can climb on top of one another. We don't want them to do that, so I'm going to stand here for the entire night and stop them from gathering together. After a short period of time, though, they stopped gathering in front of me and instead started climbing into the house. And worried that they were going to group up together, I decided to instead build a large bridge out of dirt and make my way over to the river. Once I was there, it was simply a matter of jumping into the frigid cold water and swimming across to safety. Also, the zombies' speed and endurance meant very little once they're in the water as well. So I had the advantage now. I doggy-paddled my way through the moistness towards the large lava pool, only to find a considerable-sized grouping of survivors. If they see me, I am definitely dead. However, I could use some diamonds, and we all know that the diamonds are on their drop table, so it might be an idea to take out a couple of them. I built myself an above-average-sized pillar, and cheekily shot off a couple of bolts. Unfortunately, though, they didn't seem to mind. They appeared to be made from, projectile-resistant skin. As it was now daytime, and 2 of the survivors had apparently wandered off, I figured I would just lure them into the pond instead. Although they're much quicker than me on land, once they get into the water, I have a significant chance of being able to beat them in a triathlon. It'd really just come down to the cycling, I think. Anyway, I'm killing this guy. First chap did generously drop us a couple of diamonds. Very handy. And as the other one was rudely not paying us any attention, I decided to quickly grab my obsidian before he noticed. I did then afterwards take care of him, but he dropped stupid steel. Useless! Before heading home, I wanted to check what was inside that house. I saw a sign outside, so maybe there was something good in here. Unfortunately, it didn't occur to me at the time that it was more likely that the sign outside indicated someone had already looted this place. A knife! This is good, though. Taking that. Free lighting. After I checked every nook and cranny, I then decided to leave and read what was actually on the sign. House is rigged. I see. Back we go. Once I was home, the first thing I wanted to do is get this base looking ship-shape. Right now, it's a bit of a miserable affair, and we certainly want to improve that. We want something worth defending, I'd say. And so at the night of day 50, I began working on a second floor. On day 50, I noticed the zombies are able to almost clear the moat, so I started deepening that. I started throwing together a little enchanting room on the first floor. Annoyingly, we'd managed to run out of books again, so I need more paper. This is sadly all I can do. And by day 51, I had almost finished the second floor, but then God apparently decided to show up. Initially, I had a small glimmer of hope that I might be able to tuck myself into this corner here and survive. And while hunkering down, I also had a quick look through the instruction manual and found there is such a thing that might be able to help us against this weather in the future. But I don't have any redstone, so I can't make it right now. Okay, we're gonna have to sit through the storm today, and then we'll build one of those as soon as we can. But I don't think I have any redstone. Oh no. Are you kidding me? No! No! My house! Not again! Oh, crap. Why? Why do you hate me, God? I feel like this thing tore right through the center of my house as well. Like it could have gone anywhere, but it went through right through the middle. Now, naturally, I was, of course, up in the sky for a good 15-20 minutes again. In fact, you can even tell by the time I got let down, it was daytime. You cock! Alright, let's survey the damage. Extensive! I would describe it as. It would seem it took my water filter. Why? Now, though I was clinically depressed at this point, idle hands make for busy work. So I started filling in all the holes. I didn't want to get eaten while I'm depressed. I also took the opportunity to grab a bunch of stone. I was going to be using this for some walls and other such things. And of course we have our nifty little trick here to make some stone bricks. I don't know how much I need, but it's a lot. The damage is just never ending, really. Every second I think I'm done, I just look up and there's another 10 miles of wall to do. I think we are getting there though, ever so slowly. What, come on, where's the thing? There we go. I suppose this is a good thing in some respects. This dirt wall was load-bearing and not very strong. Look, it's so depressing. Now here I am just doing labor to catch up, really. I don't even feel like I'm making any progress. I'm just doing the same things over and over, spinning in the hamster wheel of despair. You know, there's a groaning sound that very much encapsulates how I feel. I am going to take this jack-o'-lantern, though. Well, the walls are done. Now we need to move back onto the moat. What we need to be doing is digging it further down, really. First, what we wanted to do was make sure the moat was deep enough. A depth of 2 should be fine. Next, I used some of the wood that we just made to make myself a door. This is the first time we've made one of these for this encampment, and hopefully it won't backfire. On day 53, which is tomorrow, I want to do some mining. We want to find that redstone because those clouds above me scare me, and I'm worried if I spend too much time working on the base, then Zeus will simply smite me again and destroy everything I've done. Utilizing that lantern we found the other day as a diving aid, I went back underwater. I wanted to find the entrance to the tunnel we'd mined in before. And I managed to find one here, although it's not the right one. Oh! Oh boy, that was close. He can breathe underwater as well. What are these things? Now, unlike last time when we did this, I'm not going to drop myself into the waiting mouths of the zombies below. And instead, we're going to be a little more careful this time before we go down there, okay? Well, last time I was thoroughly nibbled, and although I may currently be infected with no known cure, I still don't want to be eaten before I get to finish the base. And so we're going to utilize our brain cells this time, and we're going to build ourselves a little descending structure. And they are very hungry down there. Yeah. Now, I didn't have a precise plan for how I was going to get down now that I'm inside. So I decided what I would do instead is simply utilize my crossbow to thin the herd, and then do a quick jump and run. I think if I jump down here, I should be okay. Oh. Yep. Pretty good. Oh. Now, of course, keep in mind the main reason I'm down here is for redstone. I'm not looking for an immense amount of materials right now. I just need to spy some and get out of here. Eventually, I found myself a nice little spot where the zombies couldn't get to me, and I also happened to find our redstone. The only issue is getting to it. That area where the redstone is seems to be the place where the zombies are most keen to hang out. And they also keep coming over. Come on, son. What? That man ceased to be. I don't know my own strength. I hit him so hard he got deleted from the game. What I ended up doing was quickly dashing into a nearby pond, within which I managed to find quite a few pieces of iron, which is nice. I was quite low on that. And then after luring the zombies in a specific direction, such that I could crossbow and spear them effectively, I then made kind of a wild dash for the redstone we'd seen earlier, shoved it into my pockets, and then made my way out using a water elevator. This water elevator didn't go all the way out, though. It just brought me up to the next level within the larger cave. And as I was actually making my way out, I noticed that there was some more of these rusted iron blocks, or whatever they're called. So I quickly grabbed a couple of those. And once I was back on the surface, I quickly checked my stats and found it's now day 55, apparently. Yes, the unfortunate thing about going into those caves is you do lose quite a bit of time. Time that could be spent building or preparing for the hordes to come. But that 3-day investment will definitely bear fruit. We're going to be making one of these colorful looking things. This is a weather deflector, and if everything goes to plan, this will completely stop tornadoes from being able to annihilate us. Huzzah! The weather deflector! No longer will we be at the mercy of Mother Nature. Pop that puppy there, and that way we won't be interrupted by depression anymore. Now that we can repair in relative harmony, I first set to work on replacing the iron bars which had been annihilated. Next comes the floor, because it's nice to have something to stand on that isn't just, your own dreams. Then I did a small smidge of work on the walls, putting in some of these iron bars, mainly for decorative reasons. I also thought I might replace some of the dirt ground with slabs. Reason being, we know the zombies can break blocks, but I think how long it takes them to break a block depends on what it's made from. We don't want them digging in here, so we're replacing the ground. End of story. And by the end of the day, we'd completed our final repair, which was the ceiling. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough oak slabs to make this monochromatic, so instead we've got some kind of weird chocolate vanilla ice cream roof. I also repaired the fairing on the side, just in time too, as you might notice the weather's starting to pick up, and boy am I glad! Just as it starts to rain and the weather starts looking like it's going a bit nuts, I don't really know if there is going to be a tornado. In fact, it looks like there is over there. And it's hailing again, yeah. I think it might not arrive here, but it'll go over there. Oh, yep, here we go. It was just as I finished the construction as well. My god. Thankfully, our weather deflector should defend us. Should mean that nothing gets destroyed. I can't believe that. That is such good timing. I had just finished. By the time night had fallen, what had initially seemed as just a mild storm had fully formed itself into a raging tornado. And I am very glad I built that weather deflector. If I hadn't, well, I'd probably be addicted to painkillers about now. So now we can kind of relax and do some more building. First of all, we're gonna focus on the actual house itself, and then we'll do some defenses. After I had done a little bit of external work and some additional work on the walls, I decided I would build an iron golem, but not just any iron golem. I would use the rusted iron that we'd found. I wanted to see if this would make some kind of discount truck yard iron golem. Rusted iron golem, let's go. Ah. Disappointment. My disappointment immeasurable and my day ruined, I then decided to make a regular iron golem. Welcome to life, Cornelius. Welcome, Cornelius. Fantastic to see you, my boy. After building a friend, I then did some work putting stairs in random places to try and make my building look nice. On day 58, I finally realized that alongside my hopes and dreams, the tornado had also stolen one of my damn bookcases, which turned out to be quite a pain in the rectum because although I'd brought enough books with me from civilization, thanks to losing that one bookcase, we now don't have enough again. And so here I am running in the perpetual hamster wheel of growing more sugarcane, finding leather and turning them into books. Also, during that night, it occurred to me maybe I should make the wall 1 block higher, just in case. Now, I don't exactly know how long it'll be until the next horde, but as you can see, these zombies are able to get quite close to the house, so we definitely want to level up our defenses. As we have well established at this point, if the zombies get too numerous, they can climb on top of one another. So first things first, we need to make the wall more difficult to climb over. At first I was using fences, but then I switched halfway through to the iron bars. Spacing the bars 1 block away from one another should impede the stampede. I'm just going to take a step back here and see how it looks. Starting to look pretty cool. I am also going to put fences in between the iron spikes, just to make sure. On day 60, I did much the same as the previous day, but this time I sought to harmonize the wall by replacing the wooden planks with wooden fences. And in the twilight hours, I also utilized our remaining iron to make some wire, and attempted to place them in the spots where I figured they would be most useful. Unfortunately, as it turns out, you cannot place them in the water, so we're gonna have to figure out something else. I noticed this Melvin here had gotten trapped in this corner, and I figured maybe if I put a trap here, the water will push some of them onto there. On day 61, I began an investment. I was going to clear out an area beneath my home and grow some chickens in here. This hole actually had a secondary purpose, which was I was hoping I might stumble across some iron. But by the time I had finished, I hadn't found any. Luckily though, I also needed stone, so that was one resource that had been gathered. I was just wrapping up my underground tomb when suddenly I got the notification that a horde was near me. But this time, luck was on my side, as the horde had happened to pass by to the north, which is where the lake is deepest, so most of these men probably won't make it over to us. Thanks to a few cleverly placed crossbow bolts from me, and also the luck that they had happened to try and cross from the north, none of the zombies had managed to cross the river. And although they hadn't managed to cross the river, they made me think about where my weaknesses lie. As you can see, there are a few zombies here on the eastern side, and they are actually managing to get across the water. Put simply, the lake is not deep enough here, and it's probably true that if these zombies here were more numerous, they would probably be able to get across. So we have to do something about these weaknesses to the east, north, and west. But don't worry, I have plans. For some reason, for most of day 61, I was filming in the wrong aspect ratio. I don't really know what else to say about that. Luckily, not too much happened. It was basically just a day of gathering resources. I got some wood. I also did some diving and found some more iron. And it occurred to me while doing so that maybe I should grab these magma blocks. They might come in useful for building defenses. Once I was done mining, it was now nighttime, and I also finally realized that I was recording in the wrong ratio. And it was about that time I noticed this magical man. That man is holding a claymore with no arms. He is far more powerful than I. On day 63, I decided to go exploring. I wanted to explore to the south just to see if there's anything near me. After passing through the oak and birch forests, which you might remember from the very beginning of this video, I then reached the ocean. And after making myself a quick dinghy, I quickly jumped inside and continued my journey south. On my quest, I found another one of those weird cube things, which is excellent because I needed some more rusted iron. I did check the chest, but it was just filled with, well, nothing really. By the time night fell, I'd found a boat, which was interesting. I didn't know these were here. Inside, though, was nothing of note. I see. Actually, no, that's not entirely true. I managed to find a secret second floor. What is this? What is that? Verdant frog light? I like frogs. Give me the Froggingtons. Wait a minute, are these sponges? Oh my god, they are! Yes! Give me the Froggingtons. And we're also taking the sponges. Sponges are amazing. We can do some crazy stuff with that. Before the sun had managed to rise, I also came across another aquatic interest. This time, it appeared to be some kind of oil rig. The only difficult thing is I didn't see an easy way inside. Holy hell! That could have ended very badly for me. If he'd been in any way better at his job. After watching that man drown himself, I then weaseled my way inside and had a quick nosy around. And I can proudly announce that there was absolutely nothing here, other than some bones. Oh yes, and a name tag. I then took a quick peek at the weather and noticed that it's probably about time we start heading home. I ended up going home the wrong way and came across a little cabin. It seemed all quaint and cozy and crap like that, so I popped in and quite quickly became highly engorged due to the fact I found some books. Definitely taking those. Oh, would you? Wait a minute, is that giving me books? How many books do I have? 13. 14. Oh my god, it's giving me books. Okay, well that... I can actually interact with these. Cool. Look at all the books I have. I am a happy man. Imagine being happy. Just as I was about to scarper with my new collection of Twilight erotic fanfiction, I then got the Wandering Horde notification, so decided it's about time I leave. Also, those clouds were giving me a bit of side-eye, so I started heading home. Last thing I want to do is be caught out during a horde, during a tornado. Sounds like a perfect storm of depression and pain. I managed to get home at nighttime, only to find I somehow had managed to acquire a new roommate. Alright, Cornelius. Cornelius? You seeing this right here? Get him! Once I woke up in the morning, I was finally able to stop complaining about my enchanting table, and I started work on the second floor of the house. The only thing that I knew about this floor was I wanted it to be sort of an observation room. I wanted to be able to see both the weather and incoming zombies. The problem with the two rooms below is they're not quite high enough to see over the walls. And so with the use of some slabbingtons, iron bars, and wooden blocks, we had the first half of the next floor done. I also took the time to move our weather device up here just in case it would cause problems being on a low floor. In fact, I thought I might make some kind of like lighthouse beacon with the Froggington lights. I will say it's kind of nice being able to see at night. Now, I had noticed that my spear was getting a little wounded, so I decided to take the time to make myself a pike. Its function is much the same as a spear, except it allows you to stab people at further range, and allowed Alexander the Great to conquer most of Mesopotamia. On day 68, I finished replacing all of the dirt around our base with stone blocks, and then had a quick think about what I could use the sponges we found for. The sponges wouldn't be strong enough for us to drain the entire lake, but we could definitely use them to drain a portion of it. Keep in mind, I'm actually quite happy with how deep the lake is to the north, but I'm thinking about reinforcing the south. You'll see what I'm going to do here, but basically I'm going to build a row of dirt and then use the sponges to clear the water. I'm obviously not going to clear the moat nearest our base, that's going to remain a last line of defense. But what I am going to do is create kind of a land bridge to the land to the south, and then I'm going to reinforce it with spikes and other defenses, such that we might be able to lure the zombies over. Anyway, behold the power of the sponge! Cool. I'm also going to renovate this island as I want things to be much more level than they are. On day 69, giggity, I took the time to deepen my moist trench, making sure it had a depth sufficient to be filled to the brim. With zombies, of course. This is also part of my solution to resolve the weakness in our defense that lies to the east. I managed to finish, but then the weather started having a bit of a hissy fit, so I headed inside. This tornado hadn't managed to form directly on top of us, which was a little to the west. Now, I'll admit, although the weather deflector should defend our house, I'm not exactly sure on the range at which it would defend our house. It may be true that a large tornado can entirely obliterate my defenses, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so it seems to have missed us entirely. We should have been fine anyway, but the less chances we take, the better. After the weather cleared up, I thought about repairing my iron shovel. It's almost broken now, and I don't have a replacement. But as we are doing a lot of digging right now, trenches and such, I decided it probably worthwhile to sacrifice one of my 5 remaining diamonds in order to make a diamond shovel. I then gave it a quick enchant, and it didn't get anything particularly good, but it'll serve for now. Naturally, a person who works as hard as I do needs to have a good diet. And so I've made myself some golden carrots, as you see down here. Now, contrary to what you might think, these are edible, and they serve as incredibly good food, actually. Now, let me walk you through what I've got going here. We have 2 lengthways dirt paths, as you can see, and I've steadily been removing the water 1 layer. And now the reason I'm doing this is I have ideas for these kind of rows of trenches. We'll try and funnel the zombies down, and they should die one by one to all of the traps I'm going to make. I think it's a good plan, although it does leave this side to be incredibly weak. But I have ideas to solve that too. With the sheer number of zombies that are coming our way, though, our plan relies heavily on the amount of traps we can acquire. And right now, we have little to no iron. My idea for today is we'll go into the mine and hopefully find some more. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, I absolutely despise going into these tunnels. First time I was infected was down here, and I very nearly died. This time I say we take a few more precautions than last. So instead of idiotically floating down the merry river, what we're going to do is kind of stick to the wall. Sort of just gonna build out from this little doorway I've made myself. And then we'll just stick to the ceiling and the walls, and hopefully get ourselves some iron without dying. Now that I've reached the wall, stage 2 of the plan is to build a staircase. Also, this is probably not too bad of an idea in case I need to come back again, which I probably will. And it turns out this handy little ledge is good for stabbing. Who could have guessed? Oh, there's a survivor there. Well, these guys are very annoying. Go away. Yeah, got him. Okay, with the nearby zombies taken care of, I think we just hop down here, find ourselves some iron, and keep an ear out for any approaching zombies. Eventually, the zombies did manage to swarm back up on me, but a nearby stream of water managed to sort of trap them in a little hole. Very handy. And if ever I was being chased by survivors, I did the old tower strategy to take care of them. I did venture a little deeper than I'd initially intended, but the risk came with rewards. Although only bloody one of them, Melvin here and I share the same depressive sentiment right now. Good news for my therapist, though, I did actually find a couple more. While I was in the abyss, I also gathered some gold. I needed to go back up to find more iron, but I figured I'll grab some of this while I'm down here to make some more carrots when I get back. I then went back up a few levels, and for some reason there was a giant orange orb glowing in the distance. This is strange because I'm underground, that's definitely not the sun, but maybe a sign of early onset dementia. I'm not sure, I'll call my doctor when I get back. Now, I'll quickly mention that this trip wasn't all daisies and roses. As careful as I was, sometimes the zombies outwitted me. This one's very fast. That one too is very fast. Let's get out of here. This is dangerous. 3 hearts. Whew. That was definitely very close. I definitely could have died there. And someone has pooed in my pants. After that little bit of excitement, though, I decided to go home. It's about time I put my feet up and also do some work on the defenses. A quick look at our day counter, and it says it's day 71. Soon to be day 72, I suppose. Like I mentioned a few days ago, the weather deflector should protect us even without a roof. But with that said, I will feel a lot more comfortable with having one. Also, it'll make the house look more finished. We're also waiting for the iron to cook right now, so there's not much better to do. As the sun was setting, I started using some of our smelted iron and put some fences around the top. Okay. That looks good. And then perhaps we utilize some more dark oak slabbingtons. Around here? No, not dark oak. We'll use these ones. The following day, I was apparently feeling a little hungry and started browsing a catalog on food I could make with sugar. I can use sugar for things. I could make melon juice. But I don't have any melons. Oh yeah, so I guess not. I could make alcohol. Let's get plastered. That'll quench you. Cactus juice. Moving on, the inner machinations of my mind aside, we are now going to be working on our trenches. We have the iron for some of our traps, so now we just need the groundwork in place. I hear you cry, "But Sneeve, your moats are so beautiful, they'll never get through those." You may be right, person with very squeaky voice, but sadly I am worried that if the zombies come in such a force as I fully expect them to, they will climb over one another and get through the moats. So we would like them to be dealt with before they get there, ideally. Ergo, we are going to be filling in some of these holes around the sides and placing more of these single-file dirt trenches. Now, my idea behind the water level will soon become obvious, but basically we can fill this in with traps, and if the zombies decide to dig, which they have a habit of doing these days, then they'll fall into the water anyway. And it'll take numerous of them to be able to dig their way out. So it's sort of a two-stage trap, if you see what I mean. Also, I built myself a little slavery basement. My crossbow is my most effective weapon right now, and we don't want to be running out of ammunition. So we're going to be growing a few chickens, and the less said about what's going to happen to them on the final day, the better. After my factory farm was built, I went straight back into finishing our trenches. Okay, the swimming pool / moat is looking good. The defensible north side is coming along. We have to hope that we don't get attacked soon. And what I'm doing now is just putting in a dirt flooring to these trenches. And this is where we are going to be putting our traps. Now, in terms of traps, we're going to be using the razor wire that we've used before. It does have a habit to break, but it's incredibly effective. As long as I can keep on top of repairing it before the final day, I think I'll be okay. Now, again, I'm planning on funneling all of them that I can into taking this entryway to the south. They won't have any other way to access, so they should path down there and be killed by the traps. I did need an incredible amount of dirt for what I was doing, though, so my days were mostly spent just placing and collecting dirt. Not very exciting. Don't know why I mentioned it, really. I was curious what would happen, though, if I mined the roots of this tree. I've never done it before, so let's have a look. The whole tree vanished. Okay, that was pretty funny. On day 76, I noticed I was only one level away from level 30. And I'll be honest, all this digging with a diamond shovel that's not enchanted is making me want to throw myself into a wood chipper. So if I go out and stab a couple of men, maybe I can get to level 30 and make myself a fresh, new, enchanted shovel. Oh, that man just left this plane of existence, apparently. In case you're curious what just happened there, only zombies are allowed in this mod pack, so if they turn into drowns, they basically just disappear from reality. Anyway, it looks like this fellow over here has kindly volunteered to test the traps, and they seem to work well. Okay, now, next part of the strategy, we're going to partition off our entryway. We only want the zombies to be approaching from 2 directions, and this should help. How did this happen? Stupid fish. Go on, Spongy. Anyway, on this side, we're going to follow what we did on the other. We're just going to separate it in order to funnel them down this way. The next day flew by. I was just doing more trench work. But at night, I was being kept awake by a storm, and I finally noticed that I've hit level 30, so I wanted to enchant something. And I foolishly forgot that I wanted to enchant a shovel, but I did get a good enchantment on my helmet, so that's alright, I suppose. In the morning, I filled in a new trench that I dug. This is part of the plan to funnel them down towards the death zone. And after a little more trench work in the day, I decided to test out the traps. There was a small group of zombies nearby, and they decided to funnel towards me. So I figure it's a good idea to see if they can get through. Now, one thing I was trying to do as they walked into the traps was take care of them with my crossbow. That way the trap wouldn't take as much damage. Only problem was I very quickly ran out of crossbow bolts. Luckily, our chicken friends in the basement are ready to help us with that before the final day. And there were two other problems highlighted by that night raid. Firstly, my weapon broke, so that was a bit of an issue. And then secondly, you may notice they've broken through the wall here. That means my trench on the other side with the water isn't deep enough. Now, first things first, I need a new weapon. Before, I had a spear. It was doing quite a good job at making sure the zombies didn't get too close to me. Also, I'm enchanting this bloody shovel. My god. So, in terms of a weapon, I made myself a pike. It's basically a spear, but it's two-handed, which means it'll do 50% more damage if I'm not using a shield, which is something I always forget to use anyway. Yes, to me, a shield is more decoration than anything. So we've learned some things from last night's calamity. So the first thing we've learned is that if I'm over here, they actually can't get over to me. A majority of them drown, and the few that do get over can't get over the wall. Or at least they try to get round and struggle. We have some injuries to our traps as well. This trap must have been primarily injured by the ones trying to get to me through this side. We also learned that this is definitely a weak point. It's very good to know. Also, this trap here is incredibly wounded. My god. And number 3, we need more bolts. We only have 8 left. And we started with 40 or something, so I'm gonna need a lot more of those. So, I repaired the damaged barbed wire using wire I'd prepared earlier. And had the idea that I should make a secondary entrance over here. That way they can attack from both the south and the west. It should help split up the hordes, so my main defenses don't take as much durability damage. And before the sun had set that day, I had managed to create a secondary entryway. Now, this second land bridge will not be as well defended as the first, but it shouldn't need to be. I'll be standing in the main one. It's more for the stragglers. Bedtime. Don't need zombies crawling out the woods in the middle of the night while I'm building. On this side, we will actually utilize water to slow them. So we'll have water, and then we'll have one of our classic trap walls. And now what this should mean is that the zombies sort of alternate between dying to the traps and being slowed by the water, meaning that getting through here will be a hell of an endeavor. And here we have a couple of bright young lads that have kindly offered to test my theory. Yep, stand still, lads. There we go. Yep. Come on, what's this guy made of? Come on, there we go. Here we are. Now, I did have a problem before where some rather rude twat goblins decided to just walk on these sort of land bridges on the sides and completely avoid the trap. So we're not having that. And I'm going to put down some walls on the sides to make sure they can't. Also, added bonus, the walls allow me to run along the sides like this, so I don't have to walk into the traps, which I definitely haven't been doing for the past few days. Also, I will not be answering questions as to why I have ran out of golden carrots. Oh, that trap is pretty safe. And then we have another trench just for safekeeping. This side is pretty good. Only issue is, of course, over here. Oh, and before I forget to mention, I did also remember to make the trench deeper on this side, so they shouldn't be breaking through the wall anymore. I thought it might be a good idea once the sun had set to simply stand on my new traps to see how effective they are. Yeah, they seem to be doing a pretty good job. The water slows them down as expected, and the barbed wire does what barbed wire does. Some people out there might be saying I'm a bit silly for sort of building a new bridge to my base, but it seems okay. I promise it'll be fine. Well, I continued to test the trap. I had managed to lure one of our surviving friends in. I wanted to see if the traps would also slow them down. And although they take forever to get stabbed, hurry up, they do seem to not be able to get through, so that's fine. Now, you may remember a while ago I had managed to get reinfected from a zombie. And in order to not have a green screen all the time, I had basically removed the infection and was keeping track of it in a separate notepad. I was going to die sometime after day 90. However, that survivor just dropped a totem of the undying. In case you don't know, if you are holding this object and you take lethal damage, instead of dying, the object is destroyed, but you survive. And so I wonder, if it might be possible for me to survive my infection if I am holding this item. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not entirely certain this will work, since technically the infection is me turning into a zombie. But in roughly 10 days, I suppose we will try. I certainly can't complain about having some slither of hope, at least. On day 82, I tried to do some work, but then had to stay indoors because the weather was bad. There's literally nothing I can do until the storm stops. Sadly, I did not have the foresight to install an umbrella in this mod pack. Bloody hell. The weather deflector's doing its duty, though. Protecting us. Now, the rain still hadn't stopped in the morning, so I just decided to do some enchanting. I had made myself this. It's a diamond greatsword. I wasn't really certain if I was going to use it or not, but upon getting some very nice enchantments, we'll give it a crack. Haha! Quite good. So now we'll alternate between these two weapons. If there's lots of them, we use this. If we're trying to keep them away from us, we use the pike. Now, the defenses are looking very attractive, if I'm being honest. Only problem is, I am completely out of iron once again. So I may have to go back into the death tunnels to once again risk my life for a small smidgen of iron. Before I do that, though, I'm going to make a couple of changes. Also, you'll see I put down magma blocks down there. They should help increase the damage of the barbed wire. Over here, what I'm throwing together is just basically a funnel. So now the zombies will climb over here. They'll stand in here, and this should flow them down to the traps. And now little Jimmy here is going to demonstrate. Nope, you're supposed to flow all the way down. Follow the script. Oh. Don't worry, I've got a couple more volunteers coming. Here we go. Holy balls, that man was fast. Ooh. Okay, yes, it's not working so well, but the reason for that is because I'm currently standing in the wrong spot. If I was standing on the main bridge, then it would work. I promise. Anyway, by the late afternoon, I was pretty much done. The zombie trap 4000. If they come this way, they'll get washed down there. If they make it all the way to the end, they've then got 2 trenches to cross, which will be possible for them in great numbers, but difficult. Meanwhile, over here, we've got our traps. Now, in terms of these traps, I want to replace them with magma blocks. So this one's very broken. Are there any others that need repair? Ah! Oh, it happened again! Oh, these stupid barbed wires, my god. At the end of our main bridge, I also left 2 streams of water. This should slow the horde down significantly in order for the traps ahead to do their work. I then took a quick kip and then immediately prepared some scuba gear and went diving. The main thing I'm down here for, of course, is more iron, but I also took the time to gather up some magma blocks when I saw them. Screw it, we needed to come back in here. Unfortunately. It's just too easy to get iron in here. If we come here, it's dangerous, but we'll get a couple of stacks, definitely. If we don't come in here, we probably won't. As usual, I snuck my way down and had to fight a few Melvins, but was able to find plenty of iron. This time I took extra precautions, building these little bridges in the air, in order to not get trapped on the ground like I did last time. I'm just trying to keep an eye out for any significantly sized veins. There's some in the ground here, but there's just too many zombies in this area. Oh, I think that's the original spot where I nearly died on day 20 or something. How nostalgic. There's the area I jumped up in the corner. Having learned my lesson from the last 2 times I was down here, I actually didn't run into any issues, and was able to extract rather quickly and cleanly. You know what they say, you can take the stupid out of Sneeve, but you can't take Steve out of the snoopid. What the hell did I just say? And in fact, although it was nighttime by the time I resurfaced, it was still day 85, so we just set a new speedrun record for mine gathering. I quickly threw our iron in the cooking machine, and then was going to go to bed, but the sun rose, so no sleep for me. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I had very much forgotten about these feathered men, but thanks to some good RNG... Come on, Lady Luck. Yes! Haha! We've doubled our chicken output. Day 86. So we have 14 more days to get enough chickens for feathers. Oh yeah, I also made an iron golem. I don't really remember when I did that. It was a few days ago, I think. His name is Cornelius. He also keeps getting trapped here in the corner. It's really annoying. Stop that. Stop that, Cornelius. This is an intervention. You need help. I'm gonna make these walls high so he won't do that anymore. The only thing I was beginning to worry about as we were approaching day 100 and the mega horde that was going to come with it is that my defenses may not be sufficient. I hoped they would be okay, but what I would like to do is create some extra guardians. Here he is, he's a scarecrow. Why hasn't this worked? Oh, and of course the weather's picking up now, god damn it. This time I got to view firsthand exactly what the weather deflector does, as the tornado was literally right on top of me. If I hadn't built this weather deflector, my entire base would have been destroyed now on day 87. That would have been a kick in the balls. Cornelius, get indoors! Can't you see the weather? It looks like the radius of protection that the weather deflector gives us is actually quite large as well. I think the tornado is trying to settle down over there and it still can't. I am so very glad I built this thing. I then tried making my golems again, and this time I was successful. Here we are. Wonderful. That's one. Get off there. Your name can be... Constantine. Come on. Move. Move, you fool. I don't want to throw hands with an iron golem, but I will. Constantine. Can you not? Can you not be the way that you are? Please? Just for today. Haha. We've done it. There we are. Sorry. Sorry. I can get out, but the golems can't. I now had 2 additional protectors. All I had to figure out now was how I was going to let the zombies in without letting the golems out. Let me just leave that door open. Shouldn't be able to get out. After I grabbed some shut-eye, I threw together this little number. It should hopefully do the job. So in summary, there's not that much more I really have to do. The only really pressing issue we're going to have is resolving our infection. Other than that, we just have to make sure that the base remains structurally secure until the final horde arrives. As well as obviously keeping on top of our feather supply. And of course, doing any improvements I can think of, really. Oh my god! Also, this is odd. What are you doing? What are you doing here? And why wasn't that barbed wire trap working? That's strange. And now I've got herpes. Awesome. On day 89, I finished off the golem enclosure. And also installed all the magma blocks that I'd found. But I also checked exactly how far along my infection should be at this point, and found out that this is my last night to live. On the morning of day 90, my infection will be complete, and I should be dead. All that we can do really is pray that the undying totem strategy works. There's no guarantee it will, but I bloody hope so. I re-engaged my infection progress and then went to bed. Second we wake up, we should... I can feel it coming. Now you heard that sound? Yeah, me too. What happened next is the game crashed. And my save actually got screwed as well. Luckily I had a backup, so I was able to try again. Ah! It worked! Huzzah! I'm no longer infected. I just have many other diseases. It looks like 2 of my armor pieces broke though, so that's good. But we lived! Ha ha! Now we just have to be very careful not to get infected again in the remaining 10 days. Oh boy. The only thing is, we just lost a lot of armor. We have a chest plate with 2 diamonds remaining. Fire protection. Well, that's entirely useless. Thank you. Chickens, I'm cured. It was a very painful process, but I am now cured. I'm sure they're very happy for me. I didn't really have much else planned for day 90. I had planned to be dead. But since I'm not dead, apparently, then I would like to do something ceremonial. I am going to dig some graves for my friends. Underneath the old willow tree. The first grave, of course, our boy. Shadow Mech McNizzle. That is his last name. Next. Forge Labs. Sean Bourne. Forge Labs, Sean Bourne. Then, of course, we have L. Roberto. Our favorite. And, of course, the other one. All my friends likely perished somewhere in the wilderness. This one also contains a spelling error, but I'm not going to correct it. I only knew you on this world for several days, and yet they were some of the best days of my 100 days. After the ceremony, on day 91, I patched up the hole in the wall and set some traps just in case they tried to do that again. And in the evening, had a cup of tea at the top of my house and quickly surveyed my defenses for weak points. On day 92, I built a new wall. Very simple idea. All it's supposed to do is try and encourage the zombies to go through the main entrance. I also finally connected my home to the land. I wanted a way to be able to get in and out very easily. And hopefully it won't be a security risk because the zombies shouldn't get this far. And on the same day, a security risk presented itself. You'll observe this tightrope walker right here. As a little bit of explanation, I currently have a very small horde that's found me. This is about 1/10 of the size of the horde that's going to be reaching us in a few days, but it serves as a good chance to test the defenses. Also a good chance for me to farm some XP, since I need to enchant my trousers. On day 93, I found that the horde from the night before, in addition to their tightrope walking escapades, has managed to dig a hole in the side, so we'll have to resolve that too. My hope is that by getting rid of this dirt and reinforcing it with stone, they shouldn't be able to dig through it as easily. And we're also going to do the same reinforcement on the main entryway as well. I'm also going to fill this in so that the boys stop climbing. Get down, Cornelius. No, not Cornelius. Constantine. And Eduardo. And I've had a new idea, which is to place these spikes one by one in the gaps between the barbed wire. Hopefully this will also help to slow the oncoming mass of zombies. And here's a quick update on the feather farm. Eyes up, troops! Soon a horrible undead army will be attempting to overwhelm us. And it lies within every man to do his part and stem the tide of the undead horde. Each of you has a role to play, which will be declared on day 99. Look forward to it, men. On day 97, I began my final preparations. I had some experience to burn, so I made myself a second crossbow. One cheeky enchantment later, and an intimate session with my anvil here, and we had ourselves a pretty damn good crossbow. All we need now is a considerable amount of ammunition. Next, it was of course time to, request the assistance of our troops. Request the assistance of our troops. Yes. Hello, men. The day has arrived. The days have upon us. Either way. Men, you've served me well, and I hope you've enjoyed living in this palace. I'm sorry. Now that the genocide is over, we can safely move on to smelting all of the stuff that we need. I had some iron left over that I'd completely forgotten about, and hopefully that'll be enough to use all of our feathers. Oh no, the sun's already setting. I swear it has been a full day. I've just been smelting, please. I don't want to kill the remaining chickens, but I might. In conclusion, we ended up with slightly over 2 stacks of bolts. I also harvested every single carrot from my allotment, and used every single piece of gold that I had in order to make more golden carrots. It was now day 99, and I'm not exactly sure at what point the horde will arrive. I set the horde to arrive automatically, so I genuinely have no idea. All I could do at this point was survey my defenses and wait. I made a couple of small adjustments here and there, but nothing big, and the main reason I did it anyway was just because I was feeling nervous and didn't really know what else to do. But on the night of day 99, It finally arrived. Here they come. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, we've got some coming from the south. Majority still coming from the north. Doesn't look like there's going to be a sufficient number to be able to get across the water, though. We should be okay for now. We've got problems. Oh boy. Check around the side. I think we're okay. I don't know. Getting across. They're riding on top of one another. Some kind of boat. A zombie boat. Oh boy. Stop before we get too far in. Smart little things, of course. Like. Oh boy. Of this. Oh no! Oh, I did. Okay. Destroying the bridge. Last line of defense. Something holding me back well. They came through to the weak side. Okay, we're through. Oh. Oh. Eduardo, Constantine, are you ready? They're still coming. Suddenly weakened defenses in several places. Matter of time, really. Yep, through here. This weak side to the left is very much a problem. Cornelius, on top of things, please. Yeah, the zombies in here have drowned. Most of them anyway. Oh dear. Oh. I think there's going to be too many. Working. Many zombies on that side too. We're all on this side, it seems. Which is good. That's what we want. Oh boy. Constantine! Eduardo! They're among us! No! No! Oh, there's too many of the trenches, it's not slowing them. They're able to climb. Almost up to the last line of barbed wire. Oh no, not this side. No! No! Oh, that's close. They destroyed too much. They made a new trench. Yes! I think we're gonna win. We did it. Oh, we've got a few moisturized boys down here trying to tunnel their way underneath. See if we can get them. Nope. Ah, this one. There we are. Sounds like we've got some anime music going in between the zombie screams. Most appropriate. How deep they are. Oh, I must commend myself. Look how deep underneath the trenches they've become. It was such a good plan. Oh, what are you doing in here? Just one of you, eh? Oh, that was odd. Yeah, our defenses here are not exactly holding up well. Oh, yes! Yes, my pretties! You fools! You should have known not to mess with me! The Sningleberg McDingle! Huh? What? Something hit me. I'll go through the wall again. We're almost here. They got so close. It looks like everything's gonna be okay. Oh, there's a few of them under the water. How are we doing for bolts? Oh, we're very low. Oh dear. How did that guy get in here? Get on this side. Come rapscallion, yes. This has gone so well. Yes. Let's go back round here, check on this side. And... looking pretty good. Yes! The horde has stopped! And I don't think they have the numbers to continue. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, I've got 21 bolts to my name, but it looks like we may have survived. Eduardo, Constantine, thank you for your efforts. Although all you did was stand there, but never mind. Let's see if we can't take a few more of them out. So use up the last of my precious bolts. And survey the damage. Oh dear. There's a lot more water over on this side than I remember there being. Oh well. We did it. I can't believe it. Yes. Get wrecked, scum! And they didn't even get to Eduardo and Constantine. My boys. The last line of defense that wasn't even needed. Oh yes, there was also you, Cornelius, but you spent the last few days trapped on that wall, so I'm not talking about you. Wow, look how close they got. They got to here. There's only a hop skip away from my front door. Very close indeed. Let's see if we can take out the last few over here. Alright, boys, I'm afraid you've failed. Now watch as I painfully slowly descend upon you. Huzzah! Let us bathe in the experience orbs we so rightly deserved. There we are, level 30 already. Still got a lot more to collect, I assume. Yeah, there's more over here. My god, there's so many more over here. Oh, and there's Conan the Barbarian, of course. It's good to see you again. Thank you for stopping by. Excellent. This works so well. They almost sabotaged themselves. If they hadn't destroyed so much of the ground, they would have been able to overwhelm the defenses. But because they were destroying the ground, they ended up trapping themselves in deeper water. Ha ha ha! Yes! Everything turned out Millhouse. Oh, yes! Ha ha ha! Beautiful. We won. We survived. Boys, I did it. Shadow, Sean, Roberto, and the other one. Are you proud of me now? I survived. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I thought one of two things was going to happen tonight. I thought either I would die to the hordes, or my computer would crash due to there being too many zombies. But overall, I'm glad to have survived. It may have taken a hell of a lot of preparation, and the defenses are damaged beyond repair. This side almost completely fallen. If it hadn't been for the second trench, we would have been overwhelmed. Oh wow, I didn't realize those walls had been completely destroyed, as well as a breach over here. Absolutely fantastic. We survived. We did it. Yes. I can't believe I did that. I was almost certain I was going to be overwhelmed. And they did get close. They did get close. But that does it, I suppose. Thank you very much for watching. Big shout out to the Patreones. And I will see you soon. Also, obviously, huge thank you to Sean and the boys for inviting me along. And Sean particularly for smuggling me into the server. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this last little bit. Tower defense, I suppose. Fantastic. Right, we're done. Day 100. Beautiful.